Oh God, please no.
Sorry.
Please no. Please fucking God no. Teleport behind women, sniff them, and then teleport away. How can you support the wall, you fucking slag?
Have you heard? Kermit the Frog is buying Twitter.
I like Elon.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington! For the live recording of the attack of the 54 nerds. Make some noise!
Babe.
You're welcome, Mike.
In the city.
Gordy
That
was.
makes no sense to people who aren't on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes.
To be fair, Gordy was a better film.
Well.
Pig power in the house.
What about Ace, Pig's Babe's grandson from the books, who learns how to gamble?
What the fuck?
If you not, there's a sequel to Babe about his grandson who learns to be. Anyway, hello, welcome to episode 73 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me to talk about all about Babe on our usual Babe-related Babecast is my co-host. It's Babecast. It's
Babe.
time to talk about only hams.
Yep. Fucking. I don't know. Pork McGubbins.
Pork McGubbins. What?
There's a name for you.
Hello there, Pork McGubbins with Babecast. And today's show, we're going to talk all about lovely, lovely breaded ham. That's bread, that's ham and bread all at the same time. You've got your own sandwich. It saves you half the job. It's beautiful.
Pork McGubbins, both a name and a request.
Yes. And my other co-host, that was Amara, by the way.
Yes, it was.
I'll be the farmer.
So I'm joined by Pork McGubbins and the farmer.
The farmer.
Who's
That'll you, pig.
Yeah, you're in the pharmaceutical industry, I believe. Yes, yeah. You make a
He
lot of,
works.
Oh, God, I wish I was at the moment.
You like them on
He's like,
prescription
I've got
drugs.
this accent because I like to charge disproportionate prices for insulin.
What if he paid but charged normal prices for insulin? What would he speak like then?
Probably. I'm not entirely sure.
Hey man, dickhead, do you want to buy some insulin? It's reasonable prices.
Yeah,
Trick
exactly.
question, they don't exist.
Yes. Don't got it correct. I was imagining more like, hey, you want to buy some insulin?
Yeah,
I got it on market.
I found it outside at sofa.
obviously we're going to come on to this into a second, but I've literally just come back from the US, and I saw
Humble brag.
saw a lot of American pharmaceutical adverts on the television.
Right, okay. I thought you were going to say specialty
and
shops.
they're all sort of, this particular drug for rheumatism was really, really great. May cause you to die.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you, the oldest member of the team, were like, rheumatism adverts. This is of interest to me.
Yep.
Is it just every single one of these adverts?
You jizzed on what? Sorry?
Isn't this thing brilliant? But has the voiceover at the end is basically, yes, but may cause you to die.
Yeah. To be fair, anything can cause you to die.
Yeah.
Like if you see a cheese advert on the television, it might say, they should put at the very end. By the way, if you're lactose intolerant, you're gonna fucking kill yourself. If you drink too much of this, you'll shite yourselves inside out.
That's a new Doctor Who villain, isn't it?
Lactose.
I was going to say that's
Greetings, my
The
new
intolerant.
that's
Lactose the intolerant.
Lactose
We've got a
intolerant.
character now.
Guys, this is a fucking strong start.
Pork
This.
McGubbins and lactose intolerant.
I was going to say Lactose is the next place Paul's going on holiday.
The Isle of Lactose.
Yep.
He's going to come back very white. He's not going to tan at all. Anyway.
Yeah, people only go there because
all of it's
for
string.
cow milking experience.
Cow milk.
It's like the Shetland Islands.
Well, that's
you're,
one way to
you're
start
in your
the show.
bathing suit milking cows.
So if you've never heard the show before, this may be an odd experience. It certainly is for me, and I've been doing it for 10 years. We talk about the weird, the wacky,
I'll
the
do
wonderful,
you for
the
10
geeky.
pun.
What now? And yeah, my name is Mike, as I've already mentioned. So what are we going to talk about? Well, first things first, we always talk about what we've been up to recently.
Yep.
So I've had a bit of a to-do this month. I mean, I'll get the good thing out of the way. So my dad was 70 in December. And what we did is for his 70th birthday, we decided we would pay for him to do an escape room. He's never done one before.
And he's still in there now.
Never got out. Now, the thing is, we decided to do it. It was going to be me.
So we left him at
Danny.
the home.
No, it's going to be me, Danny, my sister, my mum, and my dad, and my daughter.
Right.
And we didn't want to.
I broke Doug already.
We didn't want to do 6 people in. You okay? Do you need some tablets that may cause death?
Left him at the home. Brilliant.
I'm a carer. I'm allowed to make that joke. Probably left him with me.
So there's 6 people on going to do it, and we thought we don't want to do 6 people in an escape room. We'll be out in 20 minutes, and it's not worth it then. So what me and my sister decided to do was split off into teams. So it'll be me, Danny, and my daughter, and then my sister, my mum, and my dad. And thank God, because I didn't want to be with them. Because I know what that's going to be like, locked in a room with my parents for an hour, when none of us are going to come out alive. So
It's basically you growing up.
yeah. So what we did is we decided on, I think there were 3-star levels, so medium level rooms.
The argument was you saying to your sister, "You go with them. You're the favourite."
Yeah, you're older. You've got less to live for. By the way, how's my nephew? Oh, that was dark.
Darker than leaving your dad at the care home.
So we booked 2 rooms at the exact same time.
Booked 2 daughters.
Yeah, we booked 2 rooms at the exact same time, exact same difficulty, and we thought we'll have a race. We got an hour each, so let's see how we go.
Yeah.
So me, Danny, and my daughter went into one, and mum, dad, and my sister went to another, which was upstairs. And theirs was apparently themed around some time travel thing or something. Obviously, I don't know. I've not done that.
Not
one.
Doctor Who though.
No,
Just
no.
generic time travel.
This was our doctor has discovered time travel.
Get in my police box, Barney. I mean,
And then our one was themed. This was our final exam from spy school, the British Organisation of Spies or something like that. Anyway, and we went in, and the James Bond theme plays over and over and over again for an hour. So I was a bit sick of it by the
Jesus
end.
Christ.
But we had to do all these various puzzles and stuff, and one of them actually included unlocking an iPad. And on the iPad was a clip from Tomorrow Never Dies, where he's driving the remote control car.
Oh, yeah.
Because you needed to know what Bond's license plate number was to unlock the security cameras on the TV. So we're going through it and doing all these various things. And one of them is, now that you've unlocked the security cameras, in a cupboard you find a remote control for a remote control car. And on security camera, it shows you, it's a tiny, like this big, tiny screen with a remote control car on it.
yeah.
And so you're trying to having to drive the car. Bear in mind, the screen is backwards as well. So I'm having to figure out how to drive this car backwards on a monitor that I can't see. And it's on in the room, there's like an extra little hatch, which is a shooting range, because later you have to shoot some cans down. And the remote control car's on the top of this. So I'm trying to drive it, and all we can hear is bang, bang, bang over again as I'm smacking the car into the thing. And my daughter's like, "It's up there." I'm like, "I know, yeah." And I'm trying to knock that thing off the edge with it. And she's like, "Oh, right, okay." So she decides to stand right next to it. And as soon as I finally get the car to where it needs to be, knock a tennis ball with a 4-digit code written on it, it decides to fall down and land on my daughter's head. At which point she goes, "Ah!" Like, "What'd you fucking stand there for if you knew it was there and you knew I had to try and knock it off? What are you doing?" Bear in mind, she's 15, so she's not the best at escape rooms anyway. And also, she's a teenager. She'd rather be on her phone for the hour. So she's literally, me and Danny are doing all the hard work, and my daughter's floating about like a fart in the wind. And we thought, we'll give her something to do. So when we unlocked the gun for the escape, it's a Nerf gun, the escape for the shooting range thing. We said to her, "Yeah, you do this. I've got a big box of like the bullet things." And she's like this, firing off in all different directions. I'm like, "No, aim. Aim, will ya?" She literally didn't get a single one down after about 20 bloody bullets. I says, "Yeah, let me have a go." And the bullet falls down to the gun, like, "Oh, okay, the gun's shit." So I says to Danny, "Oh, you try." bang, 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 bang for all 5 of them down. I'm on going like, oh, right, okay, fair enough. Well, we finally does it. And
She just turns around to you both and goes, "Get good, scrubs."
oh, and by the way, as well, is before this, when we're when I'm trying to unlock the CCTV, we goes to the computer, we types it in and says, enter the code, blah, 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 blah. And it does it and nothing happens at first, anyway. And we're like, oh, okay, what's going on? Yeah, it keeps doing that. We keep pressing it, trying again, pressing it, not. And it comes up on the screen. Obviously, the fellows running this outside, like, make sure you're typing in the right code on the computer. I'm like, we are, mate. I know for a fact it's the right code. And he goes, have you pressed the buttons in the right order? Yes, I've pressed the buttons in the right order.
That's what typing the code correctly
And then he
is.
just goes, the computer may be broke. Hang on. And then literally like 2 minutes later, a piece of paper comes flying under the door of the escape room with the code for the next thing that we need to do that will actually get the security cameras on. And we speak to him later. He's like, yeah, that's our fault. That's broke. Sorry. And anyway, we gets out with about 13 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah.
And the fella says to me, you did really well there. The average time is 3 minutes left. So you've done good there. And obviously we would have been faster if the computer wasn't broke. And if the gun hadn't been, crap for me and Elise. And so we come out and we're like, oh, okay, so we're the first out. Me mum and dad aren't there. I'm like, oh, we beat them, get in. So we think we'll wait. And the fella says, I'll go and radio up, see if I can get you an ETA on them. I'm like, okay. And he comes back in 2 minutes and goes, yeah, they're nowhere near done. Oh, okay. So we wait. And then the door comes from upstairs and people come out, but it's not my mum and dad. And then another few minutes go by. The door opens, not my mum and dad. Door open, not my mum and dad. Half an hour we've been out of the room before my mum and dad come down the stairs.
Good God.
and he went, yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. They only got about just over halfway through this fucking room. And apparently their room is like, they've got like 4 like security grates. 4 of them down like that. And like you open up one that takes you to the next room. That's like the 70s, and the next one will be like medieval or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So they do whatever they need to do. Finally, open the first grate. It opens. My dad starts picking his coat up, heading towards it. He thinks he's done because he solved one bleeding puzzle. I'm like, no, there's plenty more. Oh, well, you never said that. Gee, you said all I have to do was open the door. That door's open. I'm like, yeah, but it's. My sister's like, no, but you need to open all the doors. Oh, gee. I don't want to have to do that. Oh, for God's sake. So they didn't get out. And anyway, they get the photo. You get your photo taken and it goes on the Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And the photo of me dad on the Facebook on their phone. My mum and dad, my mum and my sister are just like, oh well, kind of thing on their photos. My dad's like the sad emoji.
Yeah.
It looks like the saddest man on earth. And he's like, well, we didn't escape, did we? I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to look like friggin' Mr. Glum about it, Just, oh, well, he's like, I'd like to do that again. No, it was good laughter. I'll do that again.
So then you left him at the home.
I said, escape from here then, bitch.
It's an escape room. In you go.
So that was fun.
You're in
anyway.
for your tea, honest.
And so I mean,
Quick, run!
So that, I'm glad I didn't have that frustration with my dad, but I did have other frustration this month. So basically, my job the contract's been bought out by another company. So what they said to me that my end date with the original company and start date with the next company would be originally was going to be the 8th of February. So I was okay. And then I got a new job, got a promotion about a couple of weeks before I left that company. Thank you. And they said, oh, okay, well, we're going to move you over on the 31st of January instead, get a head start. So, okay. That same day, 20 minutes later almost, they came back to me and said, yeah, it's too short notice. You'll be going over on the 14th of February now instead. Okay, fine, whatever. So I stayed with the first company, and I noticed I've only got scheduled for the 6th and the 7th of February. 8th of February onwards is blank. I'm like, I'm supposed to have a schedule here for another week. I'm like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's getting sorted. Okay. Sure, I'll just come in tomorrow morning. Yeah, just turn your computer on at 8 o'clock. That's fine. Okay. So the 8th comes, turn my computer on. This user does not exist. Oh. Oops. Yeah. So I'm like, what do I do? I mean, luckily, Danny works for that same company. And she was off that week. She'd taken a week off to do stuff around the house. Mm-hmm. So I said, can you turn your work laptop on for me, please, and get someone to message someone to let them know? And he went, oh, yeah, someone ended your contract early. I was like, well, thanks for that. You know, what do I fucking do now? So I got in touch with the new company, and they went, oh, yeah, sorry, that was us. We forgot to extend it with them. So, yeah, that's all bad.
Have a day off.
Yeah, and they said, we'll put you on paid leave, because my new computer hasn't even come yet at this point. So they were like, it's okay, we'll put you on paid leave till the computer comes. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. They'd said to me, I'd had a phone call with them, and they'd said, oh, yeah, we're going to send you a laptop, because I've got an occupational health thing. Everyone else is getting desktop computers, but because you need to go up and down the stairs, we'll send you a laptop. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes, there's 2 big boxes turning up at my door. I'm like, well, that's not a laptop. So I get in touch with them and went, you've sent me a desktop. And they're like, I'm supposed to have a laptop. The girl on the phone says, oh, no, we don't do laptops. Says, well, how come I've got this email from this woman here saying I'm getting a laptop? She's like, who was it? Tells the name. She went, hang on. Put me on hold. Run off to go and speak to the woman. Come back and went, oh, yeah, sorry, that's our mistake. You are getting a laptop. We'll arrange for someone to come and pick that up from you. Okay, someone does come, pick the desktop up. Bear in mind, while I'm waiting for this laptop, they keep saying to me, well, why don't you just open the desktop and work on that one for a bit? I'm like, no, because it's not fucking mine. It's going under the cupboard under the stairs, and I ain't touching the bastard, because if something happens, it's on me. So fuck off. Plus, if you then say, oh, well, if you can use the desktop, you don't need the laptop. Fuck you. So someone comes and takes that, and I keep getting phone calls off this woman from the new company saying, oh, has the laptop come yet? Has the laptop come yet? No. Have you got tracking information for this yet? Leave it with me. So bear in mind, I was supposed to start on the 8th, okay? The laptop turned up on, let's see, what day was it? The 22nd.
2 weeks paid leave.
Yeah, I got 2 weeks paid leave, yeah. But
So-
it was doing me head in, though, because I wanted to be working, because it just reminded me of when I was sick and I wasn't able to work, even though I wanted to. So it was doing me head in. I got loads of stuff done around
When
my
the
house.
laptop came and you tried to like log in, did a piece of paper come from under the fucking door?
Well, no, a guy phoned me up to tell me all my login details. So he says, so I guess the login and everything like that. I says, okay, so what do we do about training?
To get in this laptop, you need to knock these cans down with
Yeah,
a...
my dad had to open a security door. So I
didn't sign up for that.
so he tells
Come
me all
on,
the login and stuff.
it's breakfast time.
Bear in mind, so the laptop came just about 9 o'clock, literally as I'm leaving the house to take Danny to work. The guy phoned me to do all my onboard and stuff about 11:30. And so I says to him, well, what one we're doing about training now? It's Wednesday. It's probably too late to start it all now. I presume I'll be doing it on Monday. He's like, no. Your training started this morning. I was like, yeah, but it's 11 o'clock. It's almost 12 o'clock now, isn't it? He's like, yeah, but this is the last training group. Oh. Well, I've been doing stuff around the house. I didn't know when you were going to be calling. Like, I'm literally moving stuff in the spare room. The bed is on its side in the spare room at the moment. I've had to leave it there to answer your call. He's like, yeah, well, put it down and get on the computer then. I was like, oh, okay. So ran and fixed what I needed to. And then I literally had to sit on the living room floor because I wasn't set up for the new laptop. Yeah, so I'm literally sitting on the living room floor. And the thing is, even though they sent me a laptop, it's not on Wi-Fi. It's got to be a wired connection. And the cable they gave me is a 10-meter cable, which doesn't quite reach from the router to my office.
Right.
So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I've had to literally just sit on my couch, with no mouse or anything like that. Barely got a headset, a working headset, and trying to do all this. It's been an absolute nightmare. But they've refused to send me a longer cable. They're like, well, you need to make whatever you need to do, whatever arrangements that you need to be able to work comfortably at home. Like, okay, fair enough. So luckily, I put a message on Facebook and said, has anyone got like a 20-25 meter cable? And one of my relatives got in touch and went, oh, actually, I'm literally retiring today. It's my last day, and I've got a 30-meter cable if you want it. I'll post it, yeah. Yes, please. So that should be in the next couple of days. So when that comes, I've got to pull my carpet up and run up the stairs and everything like that. But
Fair enough.
so yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. But yeah, so I've had a bit of a nightmare with work. So that's what's been going on with me. So who wants to go next in the what the hell have we been talking about?
Shall I go next? Because I guess mine's a lot more fun than yours.
Okay.
So so I've spent 10 days traveling 11,000 miles there and back to that there Los Angeles.
On holiday again, not taking me again.
Humble brag.
What a shame. What's such a shame.
He was worried that you'd start sniffing clothes again.
Always.
Fair.
I literally did it before when his back was turned.
Fair enough.
wasn't his. It was someone else's. But
You know, it's
He
just
turns around and all that you can hear is.
It's just come up on my time hop. 9 years since we did Cardiff.
fucking hell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not it's a good thing that the Doctor Who experience is not there anymore because you know, taking you there was an experience.
Well, there's a lot of context clip. Thanks, Paul. No, Cardiff has not been the same since. Really hasn't.
There's been no sightings of the Cardiff sniffer. He strikes in the dead of night. Sniffs your dress and runs away.
Oh, Barry, what's that? I can hear something in the doctor's over there. I can. Oh, Norman, run, Norman. Barry, you've got a really high-pitched voice you have.
I need to get in the door.
Help me.
Los Angeles, you say?
Yeah. It's
Sandwiches?
in that California, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mean right on that there western coast of Los Americanos?
Yeah, with that Pacific Ocean, you know.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're fucking lying.
Where?
There. I heard it.
What the fuck is
Even though
going
an
on?
MGM movie
MGM movies, Lion, yeah. Got there in the end.
Hey-o.
Hey. I mean, God, that was a long, long journey because so we're flying from Heathrow, so we're going down the day before on the coach to avoid, potential issues with the trains, and it's a lot cheaper.
Doug seems disgusted at the idea of a coach.
Megabus, £1 to London.
National Express, but it's still a lot cheaper than using
I'm
the train
guessing
and
the
whatever.
toilet either didn't work or did work but stank. They're the only two options.
It wasn't too bad, actually.
So you're the one who made it stink. Right, got you.
Thank you. So yeah, travelled down, flew out the next day. It's like an 11-hour flight going.
Thereabouts,
So 24 hours straight that day for me and Joshua before we eventually, crashed and slept.
You crashed the bus?
Crashed the plane. It was like 9/11, but again. So it was like 1822. Whoa, okay. That's with anti-visibly gas then. Oh, fuck. He's going there. It's a 9/11 joke. Put on your helmets and take cover.
To be fair, like that was one of my. I think I mentioned it when the Queen died. That was one of my favorite jokes from then. Was someone saying like, "Oh, a second Queen has hit Big Ben."
Queen Elizabeth Tower was
Yeah.
gone down. No. Oh. Anyway, Paul, back to America.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about the primary reason for going later because it was the big
primary
Gallifrey
objective.
1 Doctor Who convention.
Dogging.
This was Joshua's 16th birthday present. So he turned 16 last November, and we got this as his present.
Come on, son, let's go dogging.
But
Yeehaw.
there was other stuff that we had arranged that he wasn't aware of. So the convention was, we
Oh, fair point. Did you speak in your birthday voice?
what?
Freedom fries and armadillos.
Funnily enough,
Another niche reference that everyone's
Probably.
just staring at us going, what the fuck does that
Listen
mean?
back to the Christmas sketches.
funnily enough, Joshua has actually asked me to be in one of his Doctor Who fan audios as the Doctor. Therefore, I'm going to have to do it in an American accent, aren't I?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because freedom fries and armadillos.
I guess. Fair enough.
Okay.
So do you want me to give Gavin a call then?
Yeah. Why has he never asked me, by the way? Literally
It's
does
took him-
audio
it's-
shit.
It's took him that long to ask me.
He's like,
So,
I don't want me doctor from Liverpool.
but anyway, so we
There's two of them.
Yeah. So it's been done enough times.
there's three of the.
I want
fuckers
mine
if
from
you include Steve
Frankfurt.
Noonan.
Oh, okay.
What? I was talking over you, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, so we arrived on the Thursday. The convention reception and that starts Thursday literally as we got there. So, it's like chuck our stuff in the hotel, go and do that, and then the convention Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I hope you didn't do what I did on my trip to Chicago, which was
To C2E2.
which was arranged to meet your your mates or whoever you're meeting there outside of the hotel, but then forget that that's the name of a hotel chain, not an individual hotel. So you sat outside the wrong one.
Whoops.
Yeah, that
No,
happened.
that wasn't an issue because the
You
hotel,
weren't meeting anyone. You
the
had no
hotel we
friends.
were staying at was the one next door to where the convention was taking place, and
Fair enough.
It's literally
No, that's the thing. The convention was taking place in the hotel I was staying at. I just went to the wrong one.
How'd you go to the... If someone says to me, oh, meet me at the hotel where the convention are, I wouldn't walk down the street to a different fucking hotel.
It's because they said that convention takes place in name of the hotel, but the name that they gave the hotel was the name of the franchise, not the specific hotel, which is why I thought it was the one closer to the center.
Right.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't. It was on the outskirts because that's bigger.
This sounds like it was all your fault.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
So there was this mini golf course, but there was a shed, but there wasn't a shed.
Yeah, but there wasn't a shed. There wasn't a shed at all.
It was easy to find our mate that we were looking for. But anyway, so did the convention. Talk about that later.
You are the hotel.
The Monday morning.
Monday morning?
Monday
Is that a
morning.
girl you met while you were over there, Paul?
About 6 a.m.
That's when he
I
met her.
dragged Joshua out of bed and we throw him
Was
on the
he
bus.
with Monday morning? Sounds like a porn star.
Mike has his new OnlyFans name.
Hey!
Pork McGubbins.
It's your drag name, isn't it?
Pork
Monday
McGubbin.
Monday morning.
It is
It's
now.
great. We've got a new show starring Pork McGubbins, Mandy Morning, and 24-hour stew.
But yeah, Joshua didn't know what we were doing on the Monday. All he knew is we had to kind of
I know what he was doing on the
finish it. Finishing sort of at a relatively reasonable hour on the Sunday
That was
night.
a really disappointing spin-off.
because we were getting up quite early. On a bus. On a bus.
Are we just
going to
gloss over the fact that Paul said he was going to get off early on Monday morning?
Hey! Yes, we are going
Stay
to.
on it.
That's
Paul.
why he got
Stay
up
on
at 6
it.
a.m.
And then about halfway through the journey, Joshua works out where we're going because obviously big signs saying, bus, Disneyland. So
We're going to the bus! Come on.
so
Woo! Bus World!
we did Disneyland on the Monday, and we literally arrived first thing and immediately went to Galaxy's Edge,
Nice.
which was fucking amazing. It's
Fucking amazing. Oh my God. He's got all bloody
now the thing to remember, probably the one ride with the longest queue is Rise of the Resistance.
Millennium
So
Falcon thing. Yeah.
Went on that
immediately.
first.
The queue said 75 minutes. I want to say we were in it for about an hour.
Yeah, they do that. They overestimate the
Yeah,
queues.
no,
you know this.
it-
You've watched the Disney thing.
and it's not a boring queue because you're basically weaving your way through the Resistance base and the caves, and there's R5 units and cases full of uniforms
Plus,
and shit like that.
Plus, you're visiting from Britain, and one thing we do famously is really like queues.
Yeah, we are very good at queuing.
Fucking love a queue.
Love a queue.
Since certain cults came out, I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore.
If we say
None
it
of you-
anonymously, we'll be okay.
Anyway, Rise of the Resistance was
Standing in the queue and just being like, Trump's going to get back in the office.
Rise of the Resistance. Definitely a highlight of
broke Mike now.
the whole trip. It's an amazing ride.
Cool.
You've got all your sort of
Star Wars stuff.
New trilogy characters. So Rey's in it, and Poe Dameron's in it, and Finn's in it, and
Cool.
and BB-8's in it, and all that sort of stuff.
Ronnie James Dio's in it.
You get attacked by Kylo Ren and General Hux, and
Cool.
Boogity boogity boo.
boogity boogity boogity. Yeah, basically Joshua and I kept looking at each other going, yeah, it's the ginger cunt.
That sounds like something Josh would
That's
say
mean. I
nowadays.
have to work here to support my family.
But yeah, I just has to be done. It's a brilliant ride. Well worth doing. The whole Galaxy's Edge area is really, really good as well, because it is like you are walking into a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You're literally surrounded by the buildings. You've got characters walking through. So we saw Rey.
Even feels like Tunisia.
We not too dissimilar, to be fair, and the weather was nice as well. We saw the Mandalorian with Grogu.
Nice.
He was literally
I believe
going,
his name is Baby Yoda.
Would you like to? He's going around going, would you like to meet Grogu? And Grogu's in the little sort of carry pouch, and it's a proper moving Grogu. So
Did
he's
you ask
going
him for directions anyway, purely so we could go, this is the way?
Didn't think of that.
Oh, God.
We saw Boba Fett as well. I nearly had
his whole
arms
bit
ripped off by Chewbacca because I was carrying my Star Wars bag that has a stormtrooper on it. So he was not pleased with me when he saw that. Yeah, I know it was. It really is quite intimidating when you've got an 8-foot tall Wookiee bearing down on you. Going, so
another clip for out of context.
Yeah, thank you.
We did do the.
It's always Paul that's doing this.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
We did the Smuggler's Run ride as well.
What did you smuggle?
Mandy morning.
Yeah.
Again, that's good fun.
Brought some plums. Sorry, that's a shit joke.
He says death by Mau Mau.
It is. It's just 6 of you in the Millennium Falcon cockpit, and it's like two pilots, 2 gunners.
All right.
All you said was cockpit, and Andy is off. Because it sounds like
We've found the level. Well, let's see if we can lower it.
Go on, Paul. Stay on your story, mate.
Yeah.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Stay on target. Yeah. But two
So I was
two
giving a
pilots, 2
blowjob.
gunners, 2 engineers, and basically everybody's got buttons to push. While we're flying around and being shot at and
Pew, pew.
what have you. Pew pew. Yeah,
Pew,
there was
pew.
lots of pew pew.
But what's the Cuthbert Diddle and Grub?
No, there wasn't.
Oh.
What a shame. We learnt to play sabacc, and then I bought myself a sabacc deck that I brought back. So that was
You brought
nice.
back Sabacc?
Yeah. Joshua had.
Didn't find sexy though.
No.
Joshua had a Ronto wrap. It's basically an alien sausage.
Cockpit!
Fucking, you're
And,
doing this deliberately at this
we-
point.
we-
Like, you deliberately made like an itinerary going like, which way can I make?
That's what he says on his
can I make the
iPad. It's
most
just full of puns. It's just full of stuff.
It's just a
He's
in-
highlighted all the things that you can take out of context.
Yeah.
And we bought the Coca-Cola bottles that are
Dildos.
thermal
Albrecht,
detonators.
yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it's got Coca-Cola written in Albrecht, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen it on your
Coca-Cola and
Facebook,
Sprite.
Yeah.
So that was very cool. It was very busy. Disney, because it was President's Day, it was a public holiday, so it was probably a lot busier than other days we might have
Yeah.
gone. And some of the rides were shut, so we didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do, but got the most of it done. So we did some of the classics, so we got Star Tours done, the original Star Wars ride, and it's good fun. It's good fun. C-3PO is just on point the whole time. And we did the Haunted Mansion, and Pirates of the Caribbean is like 15 full fucking minutes. It's a very long ride. You'd be surprised quite how long that one is. It's good value for money, that. Where else did we go? Oh, we did do the Jungle Cruise, and that is literally 10 minutes of your Jungle Cruise guide just doing massive puns.
Fair enough.
If you've seen the documentary on Disney Plus about it, it is literally just like that. So well worth it. Because we got the sort of the lightning lane pass thing that they do, the Disney Genie. At the moment, because it's the 100th anniversary of Disney, they're also doing all the photo ops for free as part of the Genie pass. Yeah, so a couple of the rides you can get your photo on. We didn't do those ones because they were either busy or shut. Fuck. basically they have photographers all around the sort of the major locations.
Okay,
like
so this makes sense of the photos that you put up the Sword and Stone.
the Sword in the
stuff.
Stone.
Oh, yeah.
and-
I thought who the fuck's took them?
Yeah, that was actual staff. So the Sword in the Stone,
just reminded
the Mickey statue, just as you
Mickey
come
Mouse
in.
Funhouse.
There's a photo op just outside. It's a small world after all.
Oh,
and
Andy doesn't like Mickey.
there's
He's
just
scared him off.
shitloads of
Scared of
stuff
mice.
like that.
Scared of mice.
But yeah, that was a very long, very tiring day. And then on the Tuesday, we went up to Hollywood.
Sorry, just before you get to that bit, there was you got your, as we just mentioned there, you got your photo with the Sword and the Stone and all that kind of stuff. You uploaded it to Facebook, but if you zoom in on one of the photos, you make the weirdest fucking face.
Yeah.
The fuck is that, Paul? Seriously, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that is.
Put it on the edit.
That is me, That is me basically struggling. That is me struggling to pull a sword out of an anvil.
It's in a stone, not an anvil.
No, it is in an anvil because it's like the cartoon.
Still, at
But
least now
why
we know.
is that-
We know his own face now, I guess. So,
Yeah.
That's why he had to go see Mandy Morning.
That's what Mandy Morning saw.
Yeah.
But so the Tuesday.
You're close.
Zacko.
The Tuesday we did Hollywood.
Who's she? Who's Hollywood?
Wouldn't you like
Hollywood.
to know?
Hollywood, if she could. Yes, I've seen Cool World.
Started
Oh
at
God, I remember.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was the other thing
Kim
that we.
Basinger is the cartoon. Yeah.
started
We
at
had to.
started at Randy's Donuts, which you might remember from Iron Man 2.
Yeah, I remember.
Except Hollywood lies to you. Doesn't Iron Man 2 make it out that you can actually sit inside at Randy's Donuts?
I love to be inside
Can't
Randy's
remember.
Donuts.
Possibly.
Yeah, because after you have the whole sequence with "Sir, step down from the donut," they're
That was the
inside.
worst Samuel L.
They're
Jackson impression in the world.
they're inside at a booth, having their conversation and
Well,
giving.
to be fair, Sam Jackson, he can sit.
I want to
wherever
talk
the
to
fuck
you
he
about the
wants.
donuts
yeah,
initiative.
no, Randy's Donuts is not an eat-in.
Speaking of donuts, not too far away from my house, they're opening a Tim Hortons, and also not too
Are
far.
they,
from
eh?
me, not too far away from. Well, again, not too far from me in the other direction. They're opening a Tim Hortons there as well, and one by me mum's.
Nice.
But the one near to me, the one closest to me, it's built. Everything's inside, all the tables, all the chairs, all the screens, everything like that, menu, blah, blah, blah. It's all ready to go. Except they haven't finished the drive-through. And they haven't finished the drive-through. It's been sat vacant, ready for like 4 months. They just haven't bothered finishing it. And I'm just like, motherfucker, I want to go in and buy some fucking donuts.
You want some Timbits?
Yeah, I want some Timbits. And I'm like, fucking hurry up and get it done, will you? And literally, it's been about 4
they're
months and they still haven't finished
They're
it.
waiting for clearance on the crossover with Dr. Seuss.
What's that?
Tim Horton, Here's a Who.
Oh.
So yeah, but we went all the way up to Hollywood Boulevard and saw the sights, saw a lot of names on the Walk of Fame, lots of names that we recognise, and then you also find yourself going,
Scum and
who
villainy.
the fuck is Bella Swogswazzle or
Isn't that the main
whatever
character from Twilight?
That's who he based it on, yeah.
I don't know. There's just so
Is,
many names. It's like not a fucking.
Is that
clue
where
who
Scum
you
and Villainy is?
Related,
Yes.
related,
Well,
Yeah.
related to a reference I made earlier, is the Trump star still smashed to pieces?
It's not. We did actually pass the Trump star, and it is in one piece.
with some special laxatives from the pills that you bought on the telly, Paul.
Yep.
Shall I come back to Scum
May cause
and Villainy?
death.
Because what Joshua and I did do is we went and saw
This is-
the all the handprints and footprints outside Grauman's Chinese Theatre, and then we went and
What was
actually.
funny about that, Mike? He said about the Chinese theatre, and I thought I saw you giggling. I was like, what?
I just thought I'd missed the pimples in my head.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I wasn't going to mention it, to be honest with you.
And then Joshua went and I went and saw Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania in the Chinese theatre. So in the IMAX theatre that they've got there, it's
cool.
the 6th largest IMAX screen in the world, second largest one in
America.
the US. Yeah. Because
Nice.
while we were waiting, they have tour groups going through, so we were like getting the advantage of the tour guide explaining everything about. I mean, it's a gorgeous cinema. You can see why they continue to use it for premieres that. It's an amazing location. And there is not a bad seat in the house, and it's got literally 1,000 seats in there.
Is it like every other IMAX and you can watch like an 18-minute film about penguins for 70 quid?
Yeah.
You know what? It was only like $50 for me and him to see Ant-Man.
What's that in real money?
It's probably about 40 quid at the moment.
Well, not too bad.
IMAX.
Yeah.
For both of you. Like, both of you put together, it was 40 quid.
Yeah. It's it's like 20.
definitely not
put
too
together. Like Brundlefly or something.
What? 20? A ticket was $24.95. So. Yeah, it is really good value for money. Really enjoyed the film. Not going to spoil anything because Mike hasn't seen it yet. So we'll have a conversation about that at another time. But getting to see it on such a fucking big screen was amazing.
Which is ironic considering in the quantum world.
Yeah, and it's Ant-Man. It's like the smallest superhero.
That's why they need to magnify it so much.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Afterwards, the plan was that we were going to get tea at Scum and Villainy. The cantina, the bar that looks...
The space battle themed, legally distinct from Disney.
That has nothing to do with a particular franchise of movies. And if you listen to podcasters like us, or if you're into Kevin Smith and what have you, then you know that Kevin does the Fat Man Beyond podcast there with Mark Bernardin. And the plan was we were going to get tea. We'd already worked out where it was because we walked down the Funko shop is
Funko,
just there.
I've seen your photos from that as well.
That was great fun as well. Even if you don't spend money with them, just going in for 20 minutes and seeing all the giant Funkos and
hey, look, a giant mountain of plastic. All right, let's leave.
So we literally get there and go in the door, and we're turned away because Joshua didn't have photo ID on him. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, I've come 5,500 miles specifically to go to this location. I've been waiting to do it for months, if not years, and I'm basically told to fuck off because nobody actually mentioned that we were going to need photo ID to get in. Obviously, I had my driver's license on me, so I was fine.
I was going to say I thought that was just like a general thing in America, like. Yeah, it sells boots. So
nobody thought to mention it.
Did you not just have a passport on you?
How we titled?
No, we weren't going to be
No one told me how things go in their country. How dare they not make me do research before I came?
I did plenty of research. It never came up.
That's why you went to go see Mandy Morning.
No, we're not going to make a point. We're not going to make a point of taking our passports around. Because if they get lost, we will have trouble getting back out of the country back home. So we don't want to lose the passports.
Yeah, fair enough.
So it's not something I would have generally kept on me.
So now the next thing is you're getting Joshua to get a provisional license just in case.
Yeah.
He probably will anyway for his next birthday because he's probably going to want to learn to drive anyway.
Yeah, most kids do.
Even if he doesn't. It's going to be useful to have the additional ID.
Absolutely.
But so that was kind of the one disappointment of the whole trip. But we still had a really, really amazing time. The weather was brilliant the whole time we were there. We got out of town just in time because blizzard warnings. Yeah, some friends had gone from the convention to meet other friends in Las Vegas, and they were putting up photos going, snow in Las Vegas. Which is not normal. So there's that. The weather completely turned the day we went.
I think you can find snow very easily in Las Vegas if you ask the right people.
Hey!
So have you done anything as exciting tomorrow?
No.
Okay, so let's move on to the people in Kingdoms.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it. Like, only things I did was work, went to a vigil, did a gig, played Minecraft. Done. That's all. That's my entire month, basically.
All right, fair enough. So we will move on to people in Kingdom then,
Yep.
I guess.
shriek in terror. It's time to discuss people in geekdom.
Okay, right. I mean, these really could fit into the movie section, but I couldn't be asked because I'd not for people. It's a very lean month. Very lean month. Thank God that James Gunn did his announcement after we did the last show. Otherwise, we'd have had fuck all to talk about.
I was thinking you were looking rather skinny.
Have I lost weight? Thank you very much. That's
What?
I should look larger, shouldn't I? Whatever. You've lost weight, if anyone. Okay, right. So, the first story is about Kevin Feige, the only Kevin that matters. So, as we all know, Kevin Feige is the most profitable producer in cinema history. It is true. Having masterminded the entire MCU, working his way up from... Do you know what? He started as Lawrence Schuler Donner's assistant on Volcano.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, the
I'm
Tommy Lee
so
Jones
sorry.
movie. Wow. Yeah, I didn't realise that till I checked his IMDb. And then he went on to become an associate producer on the first X-Men movie. And now he's obviously head of Marvel Studios. But according to Jeff Snyder of The Hot Mic, whatever that is, presumably a website or a podcast or something.
Oh, your OnlyFans name.
Well, Hot Mic, yeah, that's me. Feige said that apparently he's looking to take on the role of chairman of Disney Studios. That's his ambition. Which, to be fair, if you're going to be chairman of a studio, that's the fucking one. So that means he'd have overall control of not only Marvel, but obviously Star Wars, Pixar, Muppets, fucking anything that you wanted to. Feige's touch obviously seems to turn everything to gold.
What about his touch?
I'm starting the new MCU, the Muppet Cinematic Universe.
You got the touch. Anyway, it seems to turn everything to gold. So is it right that he maybe take on the whole shebang one day, or would rather he just focus his efforts on Marvel, given that obviously he's got a proven track record there?
I mean, like, one person having all that power is always a bad thing.
Politics.
I was going to say President Feige.
Well, speaking of presidents, it is now confirmed that, this isn't going to be in any way, shape or form, spoiler. It's confirmed that Harrison Ford's version of Thunderbolt Ross will be president in the MCU.
Oh,
when we see him next.
Harrison Ford playing a president. That's unheard of.
That's literally why they've cast him, because they were just like, who could we see as a president? Get off my plane. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Before I crash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you can't get off. I guess I'll
To be
just...
fair, Harrison Ford is like 93 now, so it's more get off my plane, more like get away from my soup. That's what,
The problem was his dad couldn't find the plane.
Has to be said. Speaking of seeing the trailers, didn't see any new trailers, but seeing the trailers in IMAX. So seeing the Dial of Destiny trailer, in IMAX.
We got all the trailers, didn't we? From
and seeing that reveal of Harrison, who's gone through the magic de-aging machine,
Disney's
in IMAX, and it's like. That is just absolutely spot on. It does
looks
not
Raiders hot.
It does not look
looks
dodgy
Raiders
in
hot.
any way, shape or form. It looks real.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, speaking of other people who went through the magic de-aging machine with to lesser results in X-Men, the first class, Last Stand, I believe it was, when you see him as a younger version, and it's fucking awful. Patrick Stewart is in the news.
Sir Pat Stew.
Yeah, Sir Patrick. Obviously, we know Deadpool 3 is in the works right now. Deadpool and Wolverine coming together. The timeline for the movie is apparently due to lead into the events of Logan. So it's a prequel to Logan, obviously. And as you recall, that movie begins with Logan and Charles Xavier living alone. All the other X-Men are gone because they died in what is presumed or revealed, I forget which now, to be basically Professor X loses his mind. In fact, that's why they have to keep him all away from everyone else. He lost his mind and killed everyone because he's obviously the most powerful psychic in the universe. So with that in mind, when he's been asked if he's going to be in the movie in Deadpool 3, he's been told that he has to stand by. So presumably, we may get to see the events of Logan that lead to him killing all the X-Men and what have you. So do we want to see that on the screen? Obviously, he's died multiple times on screen by this point. Last time he got his head ripped in half by Wanda in the Dreamscape, Mindscape thing. Do we want to see him die again? Because obviously, all bets are off in this. Even though Logan is technically after this, we know that Deadpool's escaping into the Marvel Cinematic Universe at the end of it, so we don't need that universe anymore. You know, could Wolverine die again? Could Professor X die again? You know, do we think that Patrick Stewart could indeed come back for Secret Wars?
Oh yeah,
possibly.
absolutely. I mean, with the whole, you know,
Doug seems disappointed.
No, that was a happy grunt.
Oh, fair enough.
But speaking of Ryan Reynolds, what I'd much rather see is Ryan Reynolds in season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Well, there is scope for it.
They did a whole reference to Ryan Reynolds and his mate buying Wrexham in season 2.
Have you watched that documentary, Welcome to Wrexham?
I have not yet.
It's good, you know.
I have been
And
hearing
I'm not
good.
a football guy, but I enjoyed it.
No, I'm not. I've literally just come back from LA and had to point out the differences between football and soccer.
I had Uncle Pete message me the other day and just
Hand egg, I
"What's
believe it's called.
that match that's on this weekend, Manchester United versus Newcastle. 2 words.
What?
He said. He doesn't know. He said, "Is that like a big game or something like that?" I said, "Well, it's for one of the lesser cups, so it's probably like maybe the 3rd, 4th most important game of the season." It's
Also,
not
Newcastle.
Yeah, and I said to him,
Why are you? It's
one word.
Newcastle.
He's just like, "Well, I don't fucking know." So fair enough. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember when I was in New York, I stopped for a pint in this.
It's actually pronounced
British.
New York.
Yeah, New York.
That's in New Jersey.
But no, I literally round the corner from the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Oh yeah.
There's a British pub, and it's like, oh, I'll come back there and have a pint. So I was done for the day. I literally spent the day walking around Manhattan Island, and I was just waiting to hear from the rest of the family when they finished doing all the WrestleMania shit that they were doing.
I'd rather be there.
Yeah. So I go in the pub and I sit at the bar and I get a pint, and this guy sat next to me, and they had our football on. And he leans over and he's like, "You got any skin in the game?" I think it was like a Chelsea game or something, and it's like I have to explain to him, "I'm sorry, mate, you're talking to the one man on Merseyside who doesn't do sports ball." It's like, you do the thing, get the
Yay,
point.
kick the ball.
Yay.
Did you see that ludicrous display last night?
He practically walked it in.
I tell you what I did see while I was in the US. I actually watched an episode of Your Mate Q on Impractical Jokers.
Oh, really?
It's not something I genuinely go out of the way to watch usually, but it happened to be on. And
It's a good show.
Yeah. Damn, they fuck with him.
Yeah, yes. Okay, the next person in Geekdom that we've got to talk about is Sadie Sink, who is, as we all know, the ginger from Game of Things. No, it's
Game
not.
of Things? Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. You know, that one where they play the game, Dungeons and Dragons. That's what I was getting messed up about. Anyway, so Sadie Sink is like apparently the next big thing in Hollywood right now. And I know we just said that last month about Jenna Ortega, but yeah, you know, Hollywood's gone mental for young actresses right now.
That doesn't sound dodgy at all.
Yeah, I know. He's just been sent to
I mean,
prison. It's fine.
it's Hollywood. You expect it to be dodgy.
Yeah, Weinstein's in prison now. It's all good.
Weinstein's even more in prison now.
Yeah. So she's riding high right now on critical acclaim for the movie The Whale, the one with Brendan Fraser. Along with the obligatory Marvel rumor that apparently she's supposed to be appearing in Thunderbolts. I don't know whether that's right or not. The big word is right now that she's been cast as the female lead in Beetlejuice 2, which is in pre-production. And we seem to have Winona Ryder to thank for that. Obviously, there's a connection there.
Yep.
Now, we don't know whether right now she could be playing, Winona Ryder's daughter, or whether it could be an older Lydia, if we're setting it like maybe in the 90s or something like that. Or maybe she's just a brand new character with no connection altogether. But yeah, that's the rumor right now, is that she's going to be in that movie. So...
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Speaking of Tim Burton shit, I was watching, obviously, our friend Josh with Movie Timelines. He just put up a video this week. He does a show called The 80s Project, where he's trying to watch every horror movie from the 1980s. And he's decided to branch off into doing sci-fi movies as well. And one of the movies he's just covered on Friday's episode was, I've forgotten the name. I'm blank. I was literally my mind a minute ago. Anyway, it was directed by Tim Burton's brother, and
Jeff Burton.
Bim Burton.
yeah, I can't remember his name, but the score is by Oingo Boingo rather. So
Yeah.
it's the very first movie fully scored by Danny Elfman.
Wow.
And Danny Elfman's in it singing and stuff like that. It's black and white, and I forget for the life of me what it's called now. But
Shopping trolleys from hell.
yeah, but I can't remember what it's. I'd have to look it up, and I can't be asked. But yeah, so definitely worth checking out because it looked fun on the video anyway. Okay, so that's all the people.
I was going to say it's got tub something, and I was like, nope, that's not Oingo Boingo, that's Jumbo Wumba.
Let's talk about films. More so than we just did.
Thrills and chills abound in movie news.
Okay, I'm going to try and speed through the news sections because we don't really have that much to talk about,
Yep.
as I mentioned. But we had a big thing, as I mentioned before. DC decided to throw all their movie news out to us a couple of days after we recorded. So let's go through everything that James Gunn and Peter Safran announced. So first up is an animated series called Creature Commandos, written by James Gunn, which is going to be essentially like Frankenstein.
Bunch of animals with no
Wolfman.
pants.
So it's going to be like Frankenstein, the Wolfman.
Just
everything
animals
like that.
Yeah.
All the spooky shit coming together and being in a kind of like a
No,
Midnight
they're all wearing
Suns type
shirts.
situation.
They're Donald Ducking it.
Now, the thing they've said about this show is all the voice actors they're going to get for this will potentially play these same characters in live action should they make the jump to the big screen. So
That's pretty cool.
it's going to be interesting. They want to do everything interconnected. So all the animated series
So-
actors
so-
will be in TV, which could be in movies, which could be in video
So
games.
kind of like how with Star Wars they made the original Clone Wars cartoon series to sort of bridge the gap between episode 2 and 3.
I mean, yeah, but
And
think
all
it
of that
more
was canon.
Think of it more like Marvel obviously did the
with
the,
Agents
the,
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
the what if.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury in the movies, but he's also Nick Fury on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was Nick Fury on What If, but you know what I mean. They've got so then the next is going to be Waller, which is a live-action series of Viola Davis' Amanda Waller character, set after the first season of Peacemaker, which I was thinking about that. Given the fact all these movies are going to be coming out between 2025 and 2027, she's managed to get a good 10 years or so out of this character, who was only a small role in Suicide Squad, which is great. And she's a fantastic actress. So, yeah.
The only problem with it is it sounds like it's with just the name Waller, it sounds like a soap opera from Australia.
G'day, mate. It's Waller. I'm here to see what's happening. There's been a murder down at the docks, and we're going to have a crossover episode with Dridger. And so
The
next,
fuck is this?
the first cinematic entry is going to be Superman Legacy, which is going to be a light in tone reboot of the classic hero. We're not going to get an origin story. Everyone just knows he's a man, he can fly, he can do stuff, let's go. Which is what that fucking character needs so bad. Apparently, James Gunn had been asked to write this movie by DC before he was offered the exec job. So it was already in the works.
Cool.
Then
It's
we've
called Brightburn.
yeah, he's already done it once, really. So next up is a TV series, a detective story a la True Detective called Lanterns, which is going to be focused on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
I don't believe him.
Was it?
I don't believe him.
I'm
Sick of hearing
They've been
it.
trying it.
I've
for
been
a
sick
long
of
time,
hearing it. When it happens, huzzah. But
I think it's got the best chance of happening so far. Next up, we've got The Authority, which is based on the Wildstorm book, which is apparently an Elseworlds tale. So as well as having their own DCU, they are going to be doing Elseworlds. So,
Cool.
for example...
Samurai Batman.
Sorry, what?
Samurai Batman.
I think they did that as an animated movie.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah. So,
You're right.
so like, think Robert Pattinson's Batman, the Batman, that will now be retconned to be an Elseworlds tale. So this Joker, Todd Phillips' Joker movie, will be an Elseworlds tale. We've got Paradise Lost, which is a TV series, Game of Thrones style.
I know their singer's mum.
Well, this will be about the early years of Themyscira.
Not the band.
Okay.
Not the band then.
Okay. Next is
Joke.
okay. The Brave and the Bold, which is a Batman movie, which is all going to be about him taking on custody of his son Damian Wayne as the new Robin, training him up.
You know who I want to see in that? Booster Gold.
Well, we'll get to Booster Gold, don't we?
Wait, will we?
Yes. So yeah, Brave and the Bold, which is going to be a separate Batman to Robert Pattinson. So this is why they're going to name him as an Elseworld, so we can introduce the concept of multiple Batmen, potentially go to a crisis later down
would
the
it be
line.
called Brave and the Bold though? Are they going to go with the cheesy?
I want,
fun?
yeah.
See, now I want
In my head, the Batman from Brave and the Bold and the Batman from Harley Quinn are the same one. It's that he got so sick of being so happy and fucking
What's his
full
name?
of joy.
Dietrich
Dietrich Bader.
Diedrich Bader, yeah.
The Hammers of Justice. Yeah, let's say yeah. Why not?
Now.
I mean, it's just him racing the Batmobile and saying about the importance of family.
There
you go.
If you're ever trying to remember his name again, just picture Batman saying, "Now say, ooh, what a lovely tea party."
Think about Deirdre Barlow, but then change it slightly.
Vader.
And say, ooh, what a lovely tea party.
I didn't do it, Ken. God, this fucking reference in the 90s. Jesus. We've also got another Batman, which will be The Batman Part 2, which is the official title of the Matt Reeves sequel. We're getting a Booster Gold TV series.
Oh, cool.
About the hero coming back from the future to try and be a hero in the modern day.
Awesome.
We've got a Supergirl movie called The Girl of Tomorrow.
Cool.
Don't know at this time whether or not it's going to be the same actress from the upcoming Flash movie.
It's got to be.
Unlikely.
We don't know.
If they're saying that
Unlikely.
they're going to do it now, this
I
has
think it
got to be
depends.
the beginning of...
I think it depends how well she's received.
Yeah.
If people like her in the Flash, we keep her on. If we don't, fuck her off.
Nobody likes the fucking Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing to bear in mind, Girl of Tomorrow is going to be based on a recent comic of the same title, and that's a very different sort of story because it's very much out there in the sort of the DC cosmic universe as opposed to down on Earth and what have you. So
We don't know right now. And then there's going to be another Elseworlds movie, which I'm told is going to be Swamp Thing as an origin movie.
Ooh.
It's going to be a horror movie, in fact.
Ooh.
So, again, yeah.
Let's do it.
Swamp Thing. Na, 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 na.
I remember that card.
Jordan Peele Swamp Thing.
Don't tease my balls.
but don't you just immediately think Swamp Thing, Heather Locklear?
Yeah, okay. To be fair,
Yeah.
because I'm a dude, and that's what we
The
do.
80s.
Yeah. So which one of those movies do we think is going to be, or TV series rather, is going to be the biggest the biggest hit for?
Probably Swamp Thing, actually.
Swamp Thing's probably a good shot. I like that.
Personally, Swamp Thing. I love it.
It is a bit sad that because obviously there's all this reboot going on,
Yeah.
the J.J. Abrams Justice League Dark movie is now completely dead in the water again. Still no word on the official status of the Constantine sequel though. The obviously the Keanu Reeves, because some were saying that because now this has all gone on, whether or not that's now dead, and then I'm hearing reports that it's still alive. So we don't quite know. It could still technically fit into the Elseworlds category.
Yeah.
And we could have another Constantine tin up in Swamp Thing. But again, if that's supposed to be Elseworlds, who knows?
Yeah. True.
Who knows? So that's that. Okay, next up, we're going back to the Shire. It came out this week that apparently Embracer Group, who we talked about a while ago, having picked up the rights for Lords of the Rings, they've announced that in conjunction with New Line and Warner Brothers, they're going to be putting out new movies set in the world of J.R.R. Tolkien.
Cool.
I've got a quote here from Michael DeLuca, head of Warner Brothers. What voice are we giving this guy?
I'm always going to say the Joker, because I love your Mark Hamill Joker.
Okay.
And it's my shop.
Okay, well, it's one. Yeah, fair enough.
My shop.
Okay.
Oh, shot my rules. Do it, monkey.
Dance, monkey, dance.
20 years ago, New Line took an unprecedented leap of faith to realize the incredible stories, characters, and world of the Lord of the Rings on the big screen, bats. The result was a landmark series of films that have been embraced by generations of fans. But for all of the scope and detail lovingly packed into the two trilogies, the vast, complex, and dazzling universe streamed up by J.R.R. Tolkien remains largely unexplored on film. The opportunity to invite fans deeper into the cinematic world of Middle-earth is an honor, and we are excited to partner with Middle-earth Enterprises and Embracer on this adventure.
Nice.
Yeah, that takes it out of me, that one.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was amazing.
Yeah, thank you. So it seems that Peter Jackson, obviously director of the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbit movies that we don't talk about, him and his team may still be involved in this venture, though, as they've released a statement saying that they've been in talks with Embracer about the plans. Now, I don't know whether that's just them saying, look, Weta, you can do this shit with your eyes closed, please help us out, or whether they want him to get back behind the camera. I don't think he will. I think he spent far too much of his life in Middle-earth.
Yeah.
He wants to do other shit. I would see him as a producer, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I can imagine him being like executive producer or like
the
a
director could
consultant
come
or
over to him
something
and
like.
say,
What the fuck just made that noise?
hello? Not me.
I heard a
I mean, I could see a director
Ghost
coming over
talk?
to his... I could see a director coming into his ear and go, Peter, what do we do here?
Stab him in the hand.
Well, if it's me, I'm going to walk up a mountain with no shoes on, and I'm going to go over there and say hello to all those people, because that's what we do in New Zealand. Marvellous. Yeah. I'm a Derek. There's a reference that no one's going to know unless you've seen that movie. Okay, so
Somebody get the lawnmower.
what kind of close? What kind of spin-off movies do we think we're going to get? Maybe an Aragorn origin film, a Gimli sitcom where he wants to run a dwarf
The Adventures
bar.
of Tom Bombadil.
Yeah, I was going to say Tom Bombadil the musical.
I'm not writing that.
Tom Bombadillionaire.
I want to see Treebeard's quest to find the Ent women.
Yes.
That's what I want to see, because they lost them a long time ago, as we recall.
Yeah, they're all hanging out with Tom Bombadil.
The Master of the River.
No, that literally.
Well, we're gonna bring back a character we brought before. It's John Hollywood who wants to hear your pitches for the movie. So tell me, what do you want to see in a movie?
So, what I'm thinking, right, is if we're going with the Treebeard idea, he's going to go up. He starts on his journey.
Is he branching out on his own path?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to branch out on his own path and head to the Shire to find the Ent women. And when he gets there, he
Does he
finds
need to change his behavior, turn over a new leaf?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets there and he finds them all hanging out with Tom Bombadil. So he's like, "You fucking slag!" And
Third tree pun?
sure.
Okay. Okay, now.
And then it turns out that Treebeard's bark is
Worse than his
worse
bite.
than his bite,
Sure.
I guess.
Okay.
And then he fights Tom Bombadil.
Can we see him find his dad? I've got John Hollywood. Do we see him find his own dad? Is he getting back to his roots?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, that's why he's going back there.
Okay.
And then he meets his wife, and they,
What's her name?
yeah, Seedling. It's a Seedlier.
It's going to be a sappy story. I like it. Let's go.
It's a Seedlier.
Paul, what pitch do you have for John Hollywood?
The pitch I've got for John Hollywood is Dumb and Dumber with Smeagol and Deagle. So it's
Okay.
so it's an origin story for Smeagol before he kills his brother.
I was going to say, I like the idea that the whole thing's a comedy adventure that ends with Smeagol drowning his brother in a fucking river. All of a sudden, it's like the third act dark twist.
Can we do it with Gollum and Smeagol instead, where they're both the Dumb and Dumber?
Sorry?
We can do it with Gollum and Smeagol.
So it's the same guy.
Exactly.
That's the sequel.
Dumb and Dumber and
Who wants to
Dumber.
sing a song in the car, bitches? Mock, yeah, ink, yeah, bird, yeah, bear, yeah.
Me, myself, and Frodo.
Here comes Precious.
What's taters? We're gonna have a spin-off cooking show that's just called What's Taters, where it's like
it's
Sam
recipe-
Gamgee, like
Potato-based recipes.
Yes, yes.
Potato-based recipes every week, John Hollywood. Yeah, let's do it.
Weren't we saying last month about potential sort of reality shows based on Lord of the Rings? Or, No,
Okay.
that was Dungeons and Dragons, wasn't it?
Yes.
But how about reality shows based on Lord of the
What
Rings?
you got for me, Paul? John
So
Hollywood.
I'm just something thinking of something along the lines of Ninja Warrior, but instead of having to get to top of Mount Midoriyama, you've got to get to the top of Mount Doom.
Is Chris Kamara on board?
I was thinking more of the Japanese one rather than the shitty UK
The Japanese
one.
Chris Kamara.
The Japanese Chris.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Hello.
oh God, please no,
Sorry.
please no, please fucking God no. I was thinking more though. Speaking along those lines, I thought you were gonna say like a show like Takeshi's Castle, but it's like challenges and shit.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
not
at the very
Takeshi-
end, they
it's
jump
not
off the
Takeshi's
side of the
Castle.
castle.
It's Helm's
Solomon's
Deep.
Castle.
It's,
Here we go.
it's Helm's Deep.
No, I was.
It's Saruman's castle.
Yeah.
And
No,
here we
I
go.
was-
yeah.
Here's the hobbits. They're in the little dinky dodgers. Here they go. Are they going to beat Saruman this week?
I was-
Oh, no. Fucking hell. They've got it wrong. Bollocks to you all. Fucking, he's pierced your ring. The one ring. Ah, it's a pun because the water in the thing. I'm Craig Jar. See you later.
No, what I was gonna say was the last thing is in like Gondor, where the very last challenge is they've got to do like Denethor and jump off the side.
Would you an action movie starring Denethor where he plays a stuntman?
Yeah.
And he sets himself on fire and jumps off the fucking cliff. And it's like the beginning of GoldenEye, but he's on fire.
So
No,
so like it's like a spin-off of the original Lord of the Rings, right? So he's done all that the crazy shit in Lord of the Rings and then sets himself on fire and jumps off. And then so it shows that scene and then you just see him hit like a pile of like mattresses underneath and he just gets up and goes
faking his own death.
yeah and he goes, was that all right? And then the title comes up going, Denethor, stuntman at large.
Stuntman at large, what he's wanted by the police or
Yes.
something?
Because
Because he almost murdered his own son, I guess.
Yeah, he still fucked up the town and that, but now he's like posing as like a stuntman for
And you can see him hitchhiking
weird
along the
bard
fucking road
shows.
next to like the Prancing Pony. Oh, I like it. I like it.
just
Well,
scoffing a tomato.
I've got to say, John Hollywood's going to give you both the green light. Hey!
Hey.
So, yeah, look for that at your local multiplex soon.
I was going to say the other thing we could do was we'd have to find the recordings. You know when me and you were doing the random fucking retellings of Lord of the Rings in the car fucking years ago.
No. We're not doing that, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Obviously, we'd have to check it first, but then
No, our friend Joe knows all about that. Okay, so we're going to move on to another franchise that should be fucking dead by now. Leave it alone.
Hunger
Hollywood
Games.
have decided that they want to have another go at fucking Hellboy. Just stop. This has been brought to you by director Brian Taylor, who's given us such cinematic high marks as Crank and the second Ghost Rider movie. It's apparently going to be based upon the Crooked Man storyline from the Mike Mignola comic. Production is being fast-tracked and is due to start shooting in Bulgaria imminently. So the latest actor to fill Big Red Shoes is going to be announced very, very shortly.
You mean the lastest actor,
Yes, that's what.
as your notes say?
Yes, shut up.
Because that's English.
So how are we feeling about this? I mean, do we want to see David Harbour given another chance? Bye. Do we want to see David Harbour given another chance, or do we think Del Toro should be given another go to complete his trilogy? Or
I'd love to see Del Toro do another one.
I would.
Yeah,
I
I
would.
couldn't give a fuck who plays him.
The Del Toro movies
just
are
don't
brilliant.
care no
Ron Perlman's just awesome.
I'd say I think Ron Perlman's too old for it now.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't mind another actor. Maybe give David Harbour a go
Yeah.
as the third in the Del Toro.
It's the character itself is an act. It's that act, and that's all they do.
Yeah.
So it's not. There's nothing endearing to him. There's no
Yeah.
reason why anybody has
Yeah.
to be that person.
No, of course,
I mean,
yeah.
David Harbour didn't even go to the gym. They just slapped all.
Yeah.
They just got the old 1989 Batman suit and just sprayed
Painted
fucking red on him.
Well, they've done that in the Flash movie, haven't they?
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah. So, well, yeah, that's what's happening
the
there.
only problem is like because I haven't seen the Hellboy films in so fucking long that in my brain I keep thinking that Abraham, I think his name is.
Oh, Abe Sapien.
Abe Sapien. I keep getting him
The
confused
one that
with
was voiced by Niles and then was voiced by the actual actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug Jones.
I keep getting him confused with the dude from the fish guy in Shape of Water.
Same actor.
Oh, it is. All right,
that's
good.
right.
I'm
Doug Jones from Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
always get
I'm
the
glad that there is an actual reason I'm getting that confused, and it's not just my brain going, "Oh, they're both fish people."
I always get Abe Sapien and Abe Simpson mixed up, so,
Just Abe Sapien.
Yeah.
Picture of Abe Sapien yelling at clouds.
Fishman yells at Cloud. Okay, so from unnecessary remake
Don't you
to
rain salt water?
to unnecessary remake. This is news that just makes me shrug. DreamWorks this week announced a live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm fucking in.
No.
If
well,
it's good
what,
enough for Disney, it's good enough for DreamWorks.
Well, what
Yeah.
makes this news so odd? is
It's
that the
not good enough for
director-
Disney though. All the
Well, I'll get
Disney
to that.
remakes are shit.
I'll get to that. What makes this confusing for me is that the director tapped to helm the project is Dean DeBlois, or DeBlois, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. He wrote and directed the original animated version of How to Train Your Dragon, which begs the question, why? What can he bring to a live-action version that he couldn't do in animation, which objectively gives you more freedom?
I think it's less of a case of that and more of a case of they have backed up a truck of money to this person and said, make a movie.
We can't figure anyone else to do it. You do it again.
Is it? So it is genuinely just a remake? Because I remember him.
It's the first movie again.
I thought I remembered him saying that the next How to Train Your Dragon movie that he was going to do was basically it was going to do a massive time skip, it was modern day and the dragons were reappearing again.
No, it's a live action.
Did I dream
remake.
that?
No.
I'm sure that was
Reign of
something.
Fire.
Yeah, basically.
Mike loves that film, don't you?
Yeah, it's a great movie. Fucking amazing. Let's watch more of that.
I kind of want to watch it again. I haven't seen it in so fucking long.
It does not hold up.
It probably doesn't. No.
It didn't hold up then.
I like terrible. Like I know me and Mike we've argued over whether Drive Angry is a good film because you hate that, and I was like, oh, it's fun.
I tried watching that this month and I did not get anywhere near.
Fuck
the
you.
end. Anywhere near the end.
I'm apparently just really easy to
How to
please.
How to Train Your Dragon. If they're gonna do that, I'm 100% behind it because I don't know why, don't know what it is. From the first time I watched it, I loved it, and I've never.
The only part of that movie I remember is the fact that the kid's an amputee.
Yeah.
That he got his leg chopped off.
It's just. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Don't know
Well,
why.
casting's on the way right now for a
To be fair-
2025
Ooh,
release.
am I getting it then?
To be fair, I've heard of worse contexts that people have used the word toothless.
Monday morning?
Yeah.
Monday morning.
She took out her teeth.
We don't know who's going to play Hiccup in live action at the moment. Jay Baruchel, obviously.
I love it,
to play
Gummy.
a kid. I'd like to see him have a cameo in the movie if it's going to happen. But this, for me, is the most unnecessary remake since the so-called live action Lion King.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking movie, just animated differently.
Mm-hmm.
Pointless. Do you know what the worst fucking thing I saw about that was? I was in Asda once, and there was you see like the DVD combo packs, two movies. So it'd be like Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2, that kind of thing.
Yep.
The original animated Lion King and the modern CGI animated Lion King.
Like, why
What's the point of that? If you're giving me the same movie twice, I don't. Why?
I don't know if you remember last year. I spent a big chunk of time going
Animating
through
some lions.
I went watching the original animated Disney canon, and I think at some point this year I'm gonna go through the
remake
live
Song of the
action
South.
remakes and see. And
Don't do
al-
that. Jesus
and
fucking Christ.
Also the.
I'm going to remake the Kiora advert.
The direct-to-video sequels as well. Just
some of the director. I mean, Return of the Jafar is fucking amazing. That should have been on the cinema. Mm-hmm. It's great.
I like.
Speaking of unnecessary sequels,
I like King of Thieves. King of Thieves is fun.
See what I did there?
Yes, I did. Speaking of unnecessary sequels, Disney are planting their flag on Sequel Mountain, officially announcing Frozen 3.
Sequel Mountain.
Okay, I get it. Zootopia 2. Okay.
This one's
And-
about police brutality.
Toy Story 5.
This one's about dildos.
So that means we've got 4 score draws and 12 no score draws.
What?
What? Are you okay?
It sounded like a
Bond's name the James.
It sounded like the
It's
football
like
results.
The pools, rather. Fucking hell, do you remember the pools? Jesus.
James Bond. James Bond's having no. What? Is it?
What? Are you having a stroke? You okay?
Having a strong colobondulance.
Stroke medication may kill you. Yeah, so Toy Story 5, Tim Allen is announced to return as
Come
Buzz
on,
Lightyear.
Mike's dad. Let's get back in the home.
Will Tom Hanks come back as Woody, do we think, seeing the fact that he fucked off at the end of the last movie? Why do we even need a sequel, given the fact that they should have stopped at 3?
Yes,
They definitely should have stopped at 4. They've said that since Toy Story 3. They've said, that's it, no more. But then, money.
Yeah, but they've been doing original stuff and then realised, actually, the original stuff we've been doing is shit, therefore we are going to do sequels.
They killed the brand with Forky. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the actor. I think he's fantastic. It's the guy who plays Buster on Arrested Development. But we don't need more Toy Story. What else can you fucking say?
It's a spin-off all about Sid.
We've done the
What happened after him? And how insane he went.
We know what happened. He
He
was
was
working at the
he was
dump.
in Toy Story 3. He was a bin man.
He's a bin man. He works at the dump in Toy Story 3.
Awesome.
He's the one who puts Lotto Hug and Bear on the front of the dump truck.
No, he isn't.
Is he not?
He's collecting. I don't remember him being that bit. I know he's collecting
He's there
rubbish
somewhere, yeah.
He's collecting rubbish at the start.
Yeah.
Oh, is he both?
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, right. Fair enough. I remember spotting.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Fair enough.
fair enough.
Oh, well.
Oh,
There we go. So he is the guy. Right. Okay. Well, that's the movie news. Let's speed through on to Doctor Who then, I guess.
One thing before we do that is this is one thing I do enjoy about having like a really small audience is the fact that they're basically just other members of the podcast that won't get microphones.
Just chime in, yeah.
Although now, because of the new camera, you'll be more audible.
For Patreon members only.
No, because you can just whack
Yeah, I
the
can do
audio
that,
in the
Shut
standard.
up. Let's go. This is a backup. That's okay. Fine. Whatever. Go, Paul.
Anyway,
Doctor Who.
as has been mentioned already, the main reason
I've gone on
that
holiday.
I went to Los Angeles with Joshua was to take him to
What?
the
You went-
Gallifrey 1 convention.
You went LA?
Taking me next year.
Los
Fucking
Angeles.
kept that quiet.
That Los Angeles, I know. So it takes place every February in the Marriott Hotel LAX, and it is literally the biggest Doctor Who convention.
I believe it's pronounced
certainly in
lax.
North America, if not the world.
Yes.
And this year
Oh,
they
you
had
offended Mike. He ran off.
Hey! This year they had Jodie Whittaker there.
That's why he's left.
As their star guest.
He's having a fiddle.
Departing showrunner Chris Chibnall was there also. Classic actors like Colin Baker, Fraser Hines.
Pete Davidson?
Nope. Janet Fielding, Sophie Aldred, Bonnie Langford, Katie Manning.
Bonnie Langford's still fit.
Yeah. She's very easy to spot across a crowded airport because she was on my flight.
Huh.
Is
Is it because she's still dead?
Wait.
It's because her hair is still
I-
very, very red.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My question there is she one of those dickheads that claps when the plane lands?
Didn't see, to be fair. She was
You
she was slightly further forward in
you didn't-
not quite so shit class. I was
Right,
in,
okay.
I was in shit class and
What? Well, you're a dickhead then. Who the fuck claps when a plane lands? Why? I'm challenging my inner Mike now. Why the fuck?
It fell down. That's what it's supposed to do. When it takes off, that's when you should clap. That's a fucking miracle.
It's science.
There was quite a few of the guests.
Last time I was on a flight where people clapped, it was a bunch of fucking Tories, and me and they started having an argument with Vicky to the point that because they were like, "Oh, she's too loud." So me, Vicky, and my mate Nate, because this was on the way to Portugal, threatened to throw him down a set of stairs to the point where he was on the same flight back, and he was deliberately like looking sheepish and avoiding us. Anyway, Doctor Who.
We had quite a few of the guests on our flight
favourite,
going
Andy.
over. So sat down waiting for the flight and spotted Bonnie, and then sort of turned my head and fucking hell, there's
Bonnie. You get
there's
grief for that, Paul.
There's Katie Manning
missed it when you went for a
just over my shoulder. Barely able to see what's on her phone because she's blind as a bat.
Yeah.
From Big Finish, like Steve Noonan and Tim Trelaw.
Bet you had a
and,
Big Finish.
Shit, I've forgotten what her name was.
Is this episode just going to be called Mandy Morning?
So,
Who you thinking
the new girl who plays Dodo, Lauren Cornelius. That's it. I got
Dr. Cornelius.
Lauren
from Planet of the
Cornelius, dickhead. They were
As recorded by a turtle
Where
having
we
sex,
we were only sat about 5 rows behind them, but they were in the next part of the plane. So when the curtains were open, you we'd periodically see Katie sort of holding court, and we heard all about it afterwards.
When they turned round, they were all wearing eye patches.
Well, yeah, she was performing a rap that she'd had to learn for a part.
What?
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Katie Manning doing a rap. So
Doing something weird? How unusual.
Yeah, I know. And Tim Treloar drank the place dry of Prosecco, even though he doesn't like it. And he's also lactose intolerant, and yet managed.
I am lactose the intolerant.
and yet managed to
Give me your ice cream.
Eat 15 of those little packets. Of
I
pretzels.
disapprove of this. Throw it out.
But so it was
Open the doors.
Interesting flight.
Chuck it in the airlock. Or face my wrath.
When do planes have airlocks?
I am lactose. My planes have airlocks.
I am intolerant of this plane. It displeases me.
To Lactose Island.
There was a lot of love for Jodie and a lot of love for Chris Chibnall.
Not from me, the intolerant. To Cheese Island.
When and saw Jodie's panel on the Sunday morning, she was absolutely brilliant. She was
They tried to take me to
She-
Chuck E.
she-
Cheese.
she'd
How
flown
dare
in-
they?
Sorry.
She'd flown in from Australia because she's filming a
Fucking
show
hell.
for Paramount Plus at the moment. They
Ooh.
literally announced. She was saying over the weekend,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
filming a thing, but I can't talk about it. And then it got announced on the Sunday night,
Cool.
after the convention finished. So good on her for that. But she
It's a remake of Dr. Quinn.
She was having an amazing time. Joshua got his photo with her, and
Cool.
he was absolutely buzzing off of that.
You were stood there the entire time going, I'm glad Mike's not here. He'd try and sniff her.
Yes, he would. We know he would.
We know who had sniff.
Yeah.
What a sentence that is.
Hey.
To be fair, I've always got to support Jodie. She's from the same town as me.
She's
Yeah.
one of your-
Yeah.
Yeah, Uddersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but she was lovely. She fantastic
I
time.
lived
I need
in
to check how
Huddersfield
old she
briefly.
is. She might have been she might have been in the same school as me. Or
She's
something.
older than you.
I know. I'm just saying, like, she might have
gone
gone to
but
the
a
same
different
school.
year. Yeah, exactly. On the Friday morning, I moderated a panel on Doctor Who comedy sketches and songs and stuff like that.
So you actually went there. Did you get a work visa?
So-
Don't tell the
I mean, it's too fucking late now.
It was voluntary. It's all good.
You didn't
That's
get
why
paid.
I've got this little bow tie thing, because one of the people who came and saw the panel was giving them out to people who were doing the fan panels and stuff
Oh,
like
cool.
that. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Important.
And
I love it when
yeah,
fans
we
give you
had
badges.
quite a reasonable audience. 60 or so people in the room. I
I hope
seem
you were
to
telling
recall.
everyone to come into the show.
I was plugging.
Who
the
was
show.
coming at the show?
Literally, first thing I said was, "I am Paul Griggs from the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast." So
Nice.
we were making sure that all
Sorry,
of us
anyone who's listening. I bet.
all of us who were on the panel were plugging our own stuff if we had stuff to plug. So
There's a little Dutch boy on the panel for some reason.
so there's that. Lots of stuff on sale. Lots of people cosplaying and what have you. People getting photos, people getting autographs.
Cool.
I'll tell you who I did meet, who was not Doctor Who related though, but because,
Jeremy Irons.
nah, comics legend Marv Wolfman.
Oh, nice.
Fuck's sake, really?
Yeah, he was in Autograph Row, and I just happened to be reading Tomb of Dracula at the moment,
Cool.
and Werewolf by Night. So I made a point, and obviously he wrote Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Did you meet him at a full moon?
I did not.
Did he sign anything?
He did not, because I didn't have anything to actually get him to sign.
I thought you said you were reading it. I thought you were like, I did.
No.
Oh my god.
Digital.
No, all of my comics.
Okay,
I
sign your
Paul's
iPad.
illegally
Right, sign your
downloaded
iPad.
a
You
lot
should
of
have
stuff.
get
all of my comics I read
get him to
digitally,
sign your
so-
tit.
And you got them all perfectly legal.
Yeah,
didn't you, Paul?
Comicsology and shit like that.
Marv, I love you.
No, he was
Sign my belly button.
lovely guy. Just it was just one of those. Wanted to say hi and love your stuff and this, that, and the other. And he was.
Let me get under the desk for 5 minutes.
I know it's been a proper comics legend, Mark Wolfman.
Do you remember you used to do a comic section on this show?
That wasn't me. That was
Comics.
That was the other host.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do that anymore. And murdered him with a hammer.
Oh, yeah.
That'll make sense eventually.
his job.
Yeah.
We need to hurry up. I've just seen the time.
No, the only real sort of news that came out of Gallifrey was Big Finish just gave some more information about their 60th anniversary story. So it's called Once and Future. Yeah. And as you can imagine, they'd previously announced that Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Ecclestone, and David Tennant are all set to reprise their roles in it.
Reprise.
This is like a massive 8-part story that they're doing, with 7 parts due to drop monthly this year, and then they're doing a coda episode for November of next year. They've now added that Stephen Noonan, who is their new first Doctor, is in it. Michael Troughton, son of Patrick Troughton, is their second Doctor, and Tim Treloar is going to be in it as the third Doctor, and it's also going to feature the final performance recorded by David Warner as the Unbound Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Christopher Ecclestone had mentioned doing something with him, so it had been kind of assumed that this was what it was going to be. But now we've got that confirmation. The ensemble cast also includes Michelle Gomez as Missy, Nicola Walker as Liv Chenka, Georgia Tennant as Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, Michelle Ryan as Lady Christina, Camille Kaduri as Jackie Tyler, Neve McIntosh, Katrin Stewart and Dan Starkey are back as the Paternoster Gang. Sadie Miller stepping in for her mother as Sarah Jane Smith, Christopher Naylor as the new Harry Sullivan, Ken Bones appearing as the Time Lord General, and Beth Chalmers as Veclin. And that's even not even scratching the surface. Apparently, there are many more guest stars yet to be announced. It sounds like they've got this massive epic story set in the Time War. Apparently, where the War Doctor is hurt and starts
Yes, he is.
starts degenerating.
Oh, interesting.
So weirdness there, but
Degenerating. That's a new concept that hasn't been seen
yeah,
on
I know.
screen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Suffice to say, Joshua had an amazing time. Introduced him to all my friends, and basically gave him, lots of people were giving him advice on what he's doing with his acting, and he's got his audition for Lipper next month. People like Daniel Anthony from the Sarah Jane Adventures, and Chase Masterson from Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I couldn't miss that one.
Yeah, so I think you'd have been doing a bit of sniffing there, wouldn't you? If you ever get the chance to go to Los Angeles and do the Gallifrey 1 convention, I just cannot recommend.
Well, you know what
enough,
I am, Paul,
because everybody is so nice. That's it's not like you're going to rock
probably
up
why I've not gone.
And find yourself being turned away because everybody doesn't want to know you or anything. You will find your
until Mike goes.
Just to finish off, I just want to explain. They had this thing on the program, a teen social hour. So Joshua wanted to do that. It's just basically they had a room and they chucked all the teenagers in it for an hour. And it's
the last one standing was the winner. I've seen the Hunger Games, Paul. I know what you're talking about.
But Joshua basically found his family. I've got my Gallifrey family, my mates that I hang around with. Well, Joshua now has his Gallifrey family. He'd spent pretty much the whole weekend. It was literally, I turn around and he'd fucked off to hang out with his new teen mates because he was the token Brit. I've
had that experience.
They fucking loved him, and he loved them, and they literally within 5 minutes they had a Discord server set up. These kids with their new technology and what have you, but he's got new lifelong friends that he's going to be keeping in touch with and hanging out with and what have you, and that's what Gallifrey is like. You will meet people, and even if it's then another 5 years before you go back, which is what it was for me, you literally pick up with these people like it was yesterday. I love that event, and God, I wish I could go more often. I really do.
Cool.
Okay, well, thanks for that, Paul. We're going to skip the TV section because we don't really have anything there. The only thing we really need to talk about is basically The Last of Us, but we'll do that next month when the show is finished. We'll just skip on through to the any other business section. Any other business? Okay, so we don't really have much here, so let's get cracking. So this one is from news.yahoo.com. Australia is appealing for a centralised database to track sperm donors amid fears that the current system could lead to a number of familial complications. Yes, that's right. They don't want inbreeding in Australia. So,
You sound like you're disapproving of that idea.
No, it's just
if they want to fuck their cousins, they should
this
be
is the country
able
that
to.
makes it so fucking difficult to get in, but they don't want to fucking keep the gene pool, in-house, as it were. So we've got a quote here from Rebecca Kerner, the chair of the Australian and New Zealand Infertility Counsellors Association. So who do we want to read this, and what voice do we want to do? Donald? Right. No, I can't do the whole thing. I need to have my jaw clenched the whole time for doing it. So no.
Do you want me to read it?
As Donald Duck?
No, not as Donald Duck. I was just going to do a random voice.
No, go on, do a voice then. Fuck it.
Right.
We need a central register across Australia and as a central bank so that everyone operates out of the same one. And it's not dependent on which doctor they go to.
This is the prettiest woman in Australia.
Screamy.
The current system in Australia does not track sperm once it leaves the state of origin.
Thank you, pal.
Hello. With six states and 2 territories, that's a lot of genetic material moving around unchecked. Each state and territory also has its own laws about tracking and releasing information on donors to donor-conceived individuals.
Sorry, I thought you were about to say tracking and releasing sperm, but...
Well, so basically it's just a load of science-y nonsense from there on out. But yeah, Australia didn't know if they've produced inbreeding as yet, and now they want to make sure that they know.
Fair enough.
Okay, the next one is from ABC13.com. It's a 24-year-old man now linked to an unusual string of crimes that kept the Dallas Zoo on the lookout for missing animals. He's told police that after he swiped 2 monkeys from their enclosure, he took them onto the city's light rail system to make his getaway. Ross Kemp, yeah. He stole 2 monkeys from the zoo. This is
Ross Kemp on monkeys.
This is the story of Davion Irvin, who said that he loves animals, and if he's released from jail, he will steal more.
Wait, what's his name?
Darion
Irvin.
Yeah.
I thought you said Irwin, and I was like, oh, one of Steve Irwin's kids has gone rogue.
Oh, no. He was arrested after asking questions at a local downtown Dallas aquarium about animals there. He's been charged with 6 counts of animal cruelty and 2 counts of burglary. And an attorney
Why animal cruelty?
I don't know. Maybe he's keeping them down his kecks or something. I don't fucking know. Apparently on the night of January 29th, he waited until it was dark, jumped the fence to get onto the zoo grounds, cut the metal mesh of an enclosure, and then took 2 Emperor Tamarin monkeys. He then got onto the city's light rail system before walking
Your name's Bubbles, and your name's Apu.
The vacant home where he said to have kept his animals. So at the home, officers also found multiple cats, pigeons, dead feeder fish, and fish food that had disappeared from a staff-only area in the zoo early in January, but wasn't reported at the time. He's been charged in 2 of the odd... Irvin has been charged in 2 of the odd events over a span of several weeks at the zoo, as linked to another. In the taking of the monkeys, he faces 1 count of burglary and 6 counts of animal cruelty, 3 for each monkey. There we go. He also faces a burglary charge in relation to the escape of a clouded leopard named Nova that went missing on January 13th.
Fucking hell.
A cut was found in her enclosure and the zoo closed as the search was launched. She was found later that day. So this guy's stealing animals from the monkey. This also says here that police in Louisiana announced the arrest of a 61-year-old man in the case of 12 squirrel monkeys that were discovered missing from their enclosure at Zousiana in Broussard. about 60 miles less than Baton Rouge. Police said the missing monkeys haven't been found yet. So that's the only any other business stories that I found. So I decided to write my own one. And by me, I meant ChatGPT, the AI tool.
Okay.
So this is a story from Miami Beach, Florida. So, a man, I just literally said to it, write me a strange news story that happened in Florida. And it gave me this. Exactly, Florida man. A man in Florida was arrested on Wednesday for attempting to sell a stolen robot dolphin to an undercover officer, according to the Miami Beach Police Department. The suspect, identified as Timothy R. Martinez, allegedly stole the animatronic dolphin from a local theme park earlier this month and then advertised it for sale on social media. He reportedly asked for $20,000 for the device, which he claimed was a rare and advanced prototype that could perform tricks and interact with humans. However, Martinez did not realize that the person who responded to his ad and arranged to meet him in a local parking lot was actually an undercover officer from the MBPD's Animal Protection Unit.
Okay.
When Martinez showed up with the dolphin in a van, he was arrested and charged with grand theft and dealing in stolen property.
I thought you were going to say Grand Theft Dolphin.
We take all animal-related crimes seriously, even if the animal is not real. Dolphins what? Snowflake. Dolphins named Snowflake, yeah. MBPD spokesperson Ernesto Rodriguez in a press conference. This dolphin may not have been alive, but was still a valuable and sophisticated piece of technology, but it belonged to a legitimate business. The robot dolphin, which was made of silicone and animatronics, is worth about $3,000 and was part of a display at the Miami Seaquarium before it was stolen on February 7th. The park's management said they were relieved to have the dolphin back, even if it is damaged during the theft and subsequent sale attempt. It's very strange to think that someone could steal a fake dolphin, but stranger things have happened, said Miami Seaquarium spokesperson Shelley R. Simpson. We're just glad that justice was served and this man won't be able to harm any real animals. Martinez, who has a prior record of theft and fraud, is being held in custody without bond pending a court hearing. If convicted, he could face up to 15 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000 for grand theft charge alone. The incident has attracted attention on social media, where many people have expressed amusement and disbelief at the bizarre crime. Some have even suggested that the robot dolphin would make a great prop for a new Florida Man movie. I can already see the trailer. He stole a dolphin. That wasn't really a dolphin. Coming to a theater near you, joked one Twitter user. The MBPD urged anyone with information about the theft or the suspect to contact their Animal Protection Unit or Crime Stoppers. So,
Are you sure that didn't happen? That seems.
I know, it's very specific, isn't it?
I was going to say that seems awfully well written.
I know.
There seems to be a lack of shotguns as well, which makes me think.
So that's all that I had for the any other business section, but I believe you have something for the any other business section.
I did.
We've got enough time.
Yeah, I had a little game for you to play.
It's just a little game because we are really short on time and I've got something else I need to do as well.
All right, fair enough. So before we start, I need to check two things. One, do you all want to work together or do you want to go? Well, we don't have time. You can all work together. Right.
Two, are you lactose intolerant?
Two, I need to know which variant of the game do you want? Do you want Classic? Do you want Condiment Overlord? Or do you want Geek Retreat Warrington?
The fastest.
Classic then. Okay. Cool. Why no cheese?
Why no cheese?
Why no cheese?
I can't do an impression of cheese.
Cheese. You want cheese?
Cheese.
Right, okay. So you're in a forest, right? Okay.
You're lactose intolerant. Game over. You died.
So you're in a forest.
Forest starts think about gold.
The three of you are in a forest. You've each got a wheel of cheese. You don't have anything else on you. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. What are you doing?
I think we're alone.
Rolling cheese?
What
doing
are we
what?
doing?
Rolling cheese?
Rolling cheese.
Okay, you start rolling the cheese. Where are you rolling it to?
North.
Down a massive hill.
Downhill?
Norfolk.
Norfolk. You don't know where Norfolk is.
Okay.
From
North,
the forest.
North. Hopefully that's where Norfolk is.
Right. Okay, so how are you determining which way is north?
I whip my dick out and use it as a sundial.
Okay, fair enough. So you've the problem is that the tree. The problem is that the tree cover is pretty dense, so there's not much sun getting in there. But while you've got your dick out, a squirrel comes down and tries to steal your nuts.
Hey!
So now you two have just got your wheel of cheese. like on the floor, ready to roll, while Mike is on the floor screaming in agony because he's got a squirrel like clawing away at his testicles.
Not again.
What are you two doing? Or Mike, what are you doing to try and get rid of the squirrel?
Punch it in his fucking furry face.
Okay, you punch the squirrel. It's quite enraged now. It calls out to its squirrel friends.
Oh,
So
it's Chip and Dale.
so now there's a whole
I don't remember this episode.
yeah. So now there's a whole pack of squirrels that are going after your dick, right?
Not again.
Yeah. So
Chip and Dale, your dick's in danger.
Doug, Paul, are you still just watching this happen, or?
Oh yeah, this is too hilarious not to watch.
You two have got wheels of cheese, but they're going after my fucking testes.
Yep.
Yeah,
we have a massive snack.
Those are the ones that are obviously lactose intolerant.
Fuck.
Yep. The thing you forgot when you entered the forest was the fact that squirrels are one of the deadliest predators known to man.
Of course they are.
Yeah. So they're all taking on. They're all currently tearing apart your testicles.
Well, whilst
what are you
Paul's distracted by all the testicle eating
Yep.
from the squirrels, I'm halfway down the hill winning the race.
Fair enough.
A race?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea of
Okay, so you're rolling
cheese
the,
rolling.
Yeah.
You're rolling the cheese down the hill. You can hear the screams of Mike going, ah! Yeah, up the top of the hill. So you're rolling down.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, behind you, you hear a sort of kind of noise. What are you doing?
Probably running a little faster.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As you keep running, you see out of the corner of your eye, there's a Sasquatch. It's after you.
Me or the cheese?
Well, you're not sure yet.
I don't think I could take on a Sasquatch, so I probably would try to outrun it. Are they fast? I don't know.
Fair enough.
Throw the cheese in his face. Disorientate
My
it.
cheese?
Give it a series of complex
I'm like
quadratic
the opposite.
equations.
I am
to
like the
complete.
opposite to like
prob-
I'm on
yeah,
fucking
the
keto.
pro-
I need that cheese.
The problem is like Sasquatch is quite a bit taller than you, so his strides are longer. So he is getting further ahead than you to try and round you
Kind
off.
of like do like the brown bear bit and just fall and go. Just kind of let it see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I want to do that.
Present to it. See what it is.
Wait, so are
You're
you
not
falling to the
from
floor?
round there, are
It's
you?
early hours Monday morning.
Are you presenting to the Sasquatch?
Yes, I am presenting to the Sasquatch.
Have you stopped the wheel of cheese rolling, or are you just letting it roll down the hill?
I'm willing to let it go.
Fair enough. So the Sasquatch runs around and grabs the cheese on the way around because Sasquatches are the natural predator of cheese. And
I don't remember Monopoly being like this, I'll be honest with you, when you said you had a game.
I don't remember this in Alpha Flight.
so the what?
Sasquatch is a character in Alpha Flight.
Ah, right, okay.
Well, now you know it's
So yeah, so now the
I was picturing like a Sasquatch, just like now I'm picturing that Sasquatch,
Yeah.
and I've just presented to him.
so now the Sasquatch is munching on the cheese
Yeah.
and looking very appreciatingly at you. Right. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Mike, you still got squirrels on your dick.
Yes.
What are you?
Okay, but what about the game?
Yeah. So what are you? Paul, are you helping, or are you just still watching him get eaten by
He's
squirrels?
filming it.
I'll pull out a
Shotgun.
fruit and nut bar that I have got on me and see if I can tempt them away from that.
Like
Okay.
a tracker.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You rattle the fruit and nut bar. The squirrels all stop attacking Mike's dick, and as one, all the heads just snap towards you.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
you.
So one of them just goes "Arr!" and points at you, and the squirrels start going after the tracker bar.
Okay, so basically, the fruit and nut bar, I lob it as far as possible.
Okay.
To get them to go after the fruit and nut
This
bar.
is
Fair
very
enough.
reminiscent of the
not me.
Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park, by the way.
So the
This doesn't end well for you.
so the squirrels run after the tracker bar, the
Okay.
fruit and nut bar. So now you are free of squirrels. However, Mike, you are bleeding profusely from the dick.
What's new?
Yeah. So what are you two doing now?
I'm not putting pressure on it.
What are you two doing now?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a signal on my phone.
You're in the middle of a forest. There's no signal.
Fuck. I'm trying to do a specific bird song that will help some blue tits carry me to the nearest hospital.
You're too heavy.
Blue tits.
Fucking no.
Improv, Mike.
And then a van comes through the wilderness and pulls up, and then Jim Varney, who played Ernest in the movies, comes out and goes, "Hey, Vern, you want to get in the back of my van? I'll take you out to the hospital down there, right?"
Okay, so he turns up and he offers you both a lift in your van. Meanwhile, Doug's still down the hill being flirted with by the Sasquatch.
I'm feeling a little unloved. I presented, and that fucker went after the cheese.
No, it picked up the cheese. It's offered as it's munching.
Oh, well, you're
it's,
like on a
it's
date
sort of,
now.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm on a date with Sasquatch.
Yeah, basically.
Right, from Alpha Flight, by the way. It's got to be from Alpha Flight now. We're eating cheese. We're looking lovely in each other's eyes.
Yep. So one of the things that you didn't realize about Sasquatch culture is
I'm moving close.
Yeah, is that when you in Sasquatch culture, when you exchange cheese, it's like a proposal for marriage.
Was it like when Lister married the Gelf on Red Dwarf?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Sasquatch picks you up and takes you back to its cave.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you're married to a Sasquatch. You're stuck in the thing. It's going to try and feed you some cheese.
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
this is turned out nicely for me. I'm not
We all
bleeding
had
from my
lived
dick.
happily ever after.
I've not lost a tracker bar.
Fair enough.
And I'm eating cheese and apparently being loved. This is nice.
Yeah. So you go back to the cave. He's feeding you the
Where are
cheese.
you during all this, by the way?
What?
And open up a
Where
new
Where am I?
retreat.
I'm the narrator. I'm not there.
Oh, okay.
The husband and husband team of
I
Doug
thought
and
you-
Sasquatch
I thought you-
open a geek retreat in the woods.
Yeah.
It's the same clientele you get if you open one in Runcorns.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So your plan is you're going to go back, get married to the Sasquatch, and open a geek retreat in the woods.
Yes, sure.
Right. Okay. Okay. You managed to do that. It's quite a successful
Big
franchise
retreat.
for a while. The problem is the Sasquatch, because of their customs, doesn't really know how to cook. So you end up eating a burger that is poisoned, and you die.
The end? What? I die.
Yep, you're dead. Right. You
So I got my nuts savaged by
that
squirrels.
took a bit of a dark
He
turn.
bleeds from his dick and nearly bleeds out.
Oh no, their story is still going. Let's see
For
where.
fuck's sake!
Okay.
So you're both in the
Let
van.
me die!
No, you're both in the van. Paul's in the passenger seat, and you're in the back, like bleeding profusely. Yeah. So
And Ernest is driving.
and Ernest is driving you to the local hospital. The problem is, like, because the hill is quite
The lesser known
yeah,
sequel.
yeah. The
And he drives to the hospital.
yeah, because the road is quite bumpy. It's bumping all over the place. You're smashing around the back because no one bothered
You
strapping
can't
you
go-
down. Yeah. Paul's still laughing at this point. Yeah, just holding 2 wheels of cheese now, because he's having
Say,
to.
Vern, where'd you get that cheese?
Yeah, because he's trying to he's holding his own and yours because you're too busy like being bounced around in the back of the van,
Did no one
blood
strap me in?
splying everywhere. No.
Right, okay, thanks,
So
Paul.
you're being bumped around. So as you're going down, Ernest says to you like, what was the voice?
Hey, Vern!
Yeah.
He's Slinky Dog off Toy Story 8.
Ah, okay.
Right.
So he turns to you and is like, "Hey Paul, can I have some of that there cheese?"
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to say no.
Fair enough. He takes a bit of the cheese. The cheese wheel that you've got is surprisingly crumbly. So he starts eating it. Unfortunately, he hits a bump in the road, and it goes flying up into his eyes. He starts screaming, going, "My eyes! My eyes!"
This is an Ernest movie at
Yeah.
this point.
and starts spinning out of control. What do you do? Mike, you're still going bounce to the back.
I'd probably die at this point.
Reach for the handbrake and try to stop the vehicle.
Okay, you reach for the handbrake. Instead, you go into like a cool like donut skid. So now you're doing so now you're doing stunts down the road.
It's the Fast and the Furious.
Yep. Yeah. So
Time. I'm looking
yeah,
at the time.
fair enough. So at this point, I would say like, as it's spinning, the van, like Mike, like gets smashed into something in the back of the van, and into the head, and you're dead at this point. So Paul's the only survivor. Yeah. So the thing's spinning.
Paul and Ernest open a geek retreat.
Yeah, but you managed to get to the hospital, although it seems a bit pointless now.
Yeah.
He's just been in a serious car accident.
No, the car didn't crash. It's just spinning.
So like comedically.
So it basically like So basically you like the scene in Ace Ventura when the Ace Ventura sequel where he spins the car into the fucking parking space
like a glove.
Yeah, you do. Basically, you and Ernest have done that, and you've just got Mike's dead corpse in the back of the van. So, yep. What's your plans now?
I think I've got some funerals to plan.
Okay, fair enough. You start.
But aren't you going on holiday?
Yeah.
Say I want to end. I want to go and live happily ever after.
Yeah, I think I'll go and live happily ever after. And scene.
Cool. You survived. The other two died.
What a fun game that was.
Yeah, that was fab.
We'll do
that again, won't we?
Yeah. I've got an actual game to play. As opposed to some kind of strange improv, awful things happen to you game. But first, let's go.
And that was wine or cheese.
But let's go beyond the 50-foot nerds.
We're all out of news and topics for discussion. The show is spiraling out of control, and the audience now in charge. You're beyond the 50-foot nerds.
Turn your microphone on.
Yeah. Spiraling like a van driven by Ernest.
Okay, so I'm trying to think if we should do my thing first or the Q&A first. Let's do the Q&A first, seeing as Andy's so well prepared.
Oh, yeah, Andy's got some questions.
And then, Jay, if you've got any questions, we'll do yours as well.
Okay. Okay, if you had to assemble your own team of 5 superheroes, who would you be picking?
Sasquatch.
And his new wife, Doug.
Doug, man, with the power of Doug.
Oh, no, but it also says, from Andy.
Nice. Okay, so we're putting together like a new Avengers, but like that spans everything. Is that the concept?
Mm-hmm.
It can be
any superheroes.
Are they specifically Marvel or specifically or anything or any 5 superheroes? Okay, so first of all, I want Thermo Man from My Hero. I want let's see, Pluto Nash from The Adventures of Pluto Nash. I want Osmosis Jones from Osmosis Jones. He's our Ant-Man. Yeah. I want Astro Boy, and I want Gohan when he's the superhero. What's his fucking name in Dragon Ball?
Oh, the Great Saiyaman.
Saiyaman. Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go. That's my 5.
Fair enough. Paul?
I would like to do a sort of a 2000 AD multiversal team. So you put together Judge Dredd, Johnny Alpha from Strontium Dog, Rogue from Rogue Trooper, Nemesis the Warlock, and
so you just want to read an issue of 2000 AD.
And let's go with Halo Jones so that we've got some female representation. You know, there's a big multiversal thing happens. So the whole 2000 AD
Thog
strips.
the Mighty comes and says, "I need your help."
Yeah. I need to talk to you about the 2000 AD project.
Yeah, we need to assemble some thrill power.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's what I'd do.
All right.
So is the requirement that they're a superhero that they have secret identities or just having powers? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. Some superheroes don't have secret identities. Some of them are known.
Some of them technically don't have superpowers either.
Yeah, like Batman doesn't have any.
Right, okay. So the way I'm going to go is...
Everyone's a hero in their own way. Me.
So?
Me mum.
You can't use your dad because he's in the home.
Exactly.
I was gonna make a joke earlier about him being the backup for if Patrick Stewart couldn't play Professor X,
My dad just in
Yeah.
a fucking hovering wheelchair going, I don't know how, just where the fuck?
Yeah, it's like Deadpool's like, oh, you're going to do some psychic powers. Oh, never. I didn't know I had to do that. Fuck that.
Oh, no one had to tell me I had to use my mind. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I've opened the door. There you go.
Why is my dad from Yorkshire?
It's the only voice I can do.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm from Yorkshire.
Okay.
So, my idea, basically, Sailor Jupiter, Cassie from the comic Hack Slash. Oh fuck! I had another one. Where's it? Where's that name gone? Fuck. There's another one.
What's he in? Where's he from?
No, they were all girls.
Oh, okay. What's her name? Where's she from?
Hold on, my brain's gone. Oh, fucking Kitty Pryde, specifically from the X-Men Evolution cartoon.
Okay, that's a good one. To be fair.
And then I was struggling with the other
Black
two.
Widow from This Ain't Avengers Triple X.
I mean, maybe.
I haven't seen that one. I don't know if she's in it.
The
She is. It's good.
fair enough.
I liked it.
Oh, Huntress.
Okay.
And the last
But which one? No, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. And then specifically, probably the one from The Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
because that's fun.
I'll give you that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And the last one will be the pink.
All
Power-
the mums out there.
The pink. No, fuck that. The pink Power Ranger, specifically from Power Rangers Time Force.
Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah, she's all right, but like I'm going for a
Kimberly.
thing here.
How dare you?
I'm going for a thing here.
Okay, you go for a thing.
So the team is basically made of all the girls I wish that I was growing up.
Fair dues.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay. Nice question. What's the next one, Doug?
Plus, it'd be very varied.
Next question.
Not only could I jerk off, I could open a can if I was stuck at sea.
Okay, out of these superpowers, which would you rather have? Would you rather have mind control? Would you rather teleport or shapeshift?
Shapeshift, duh. Fucking obvious.
Into what?
What do you mean into what?
1,000 squiddles.
You're already perfect, love. What else could you possibly
That could
go
then
to?
nibble on your nuts?
I mean, give me.
Really wants a tracker bar. Look at this, she's starving.
Is that a fat joke? How fucking dare you?
I'm going to shapeshift on me like Plastic Man, take my hand into a spade and shovel my way out of it.
I come out as a woman, and then the first thing you do. Well, I say the first thing. Like it's been a while.
It's
Like,
several years at this point.
yeah, it's been a few years, but then you finally make you finally like. I don't know. Is your ass supposed to look fat in this?
Boom, bada, I'm out of here.
Fucking next episode, I'm gonna walk to set up the camera, and you're gonna pull out a tuber and go. Fucking dickhead.
You're going to install shock absorbers on the seats just so we're on.
Fucking prick.
Can I get hold of a tuber by next month?
You've got your siren.
I will fucking murder you. I have enough.
It'll be your ET moment.
You're being on your own and Doug's over capacity.
I already have fucking body issues as it is. I don't need this. I'm just gonna go crash my car on the way.
And then Jim Varney comes along with an ambulance.
And then I'm gonna get home in a spinning van.
So what would I like to do then? Would I like to teleport, mind control, or shapeshift? What would I actually? This is a good point.
Teleport behind women, sniff them, and then teleport away.
Sold. Oh, that's an interesting colour you're turning.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Bam.
No, but I'd only be able to smell the sulphur if I'm bamfing in and out.
It's just to get mysterious reports of all these women going.
Nightcrawler must
"Squiz!"
stink, mustn't he? Fucking hell.
Get all these reports from these women going like, it was weird. I was walking and then all of a sudden I heard a and then and then a sniff, and then just again, and there was nothing there.
If Nightcrawler's Banff has like a sulphur that comes along, he must fucking stink because it must get stuck in his fur all the time. He must forever smell like rotten eggs. Why does Kitty Pryde want to go out with him? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Jesus Christ.
Your superhero name is Sniff Boy.
The Incredible Sniff. Yeah. No.
Admittedly,
Hello.
Having just gone through the whole travelling 5.5.
Gone through what hole?
The glory hole that Doug's put in the toilet.
whole travelling 5,500 miles to get to somewhere and it taking 11 hours. Being able to teleport would be really cool.
It were smelling like eggs.
Yeah. I would just love to be able to get to places that quickly.
You just like one of your mates goes like, hold on, and then you just set up
what
the.
happened, told
you get on the, so what you'd have to do is basically just get one of your friends on like Skype or like video call or something, so you can see the room.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you go, and you're there.
Yeah. Not just they've got like a green screen background in, so they're not actually in that location. So Paul ends up in like fucking Nebraska or something.
The other problem
it's someone's house.
The other problem would be that like to do that he'd probably end up leaving his phone at home.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So unless you went there and they were like, right, I'm familiar with the place, and went home, grabbed your phone, and then went back.
Yeah, I guess.
Depends on the rules of my particular form of teleportation.
I guess. You could.
To be fair,
I mean, to be fair,
Nightcrawler can't go that far because he gets knackered.
I know, because he goes.
So you couldn't go from America.
I was going to say, if you have
necessarily going to
Nightcrawler actually opens up a
crawlers.
portal, goes through it, runs through, and it could be a mile away, and then he comes out the other side where it's been a second for us.
Yeah, but Paul can't. Paul
can't do any of that.
No. Mm-hmm. He's not trained, to be fair. Yeah, it's useless. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Did Mike go with the sniffing?
Got room for another question?
Yeah, tight one.
Tight one. Okay.
Thing,
right. You guys are answering it, so answer it quickly. Right. So we've seen things like The Last of Us. We've seen things that have been made from games into TV shows.
Yep.
Okay.
So what TV shows would you like to see be turned into games?
Oh.
And let's not be obvious about this, of things that have got action in it. If you want to make a video game about friends, do it. Scrubs, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want a Phoenix Wright style adventure of Deirdre Barlow's courtroom.
Free Deirdre.
Do it, Ken. Objection.
Free Deirdre.
Yeah, free Deirdre. There you go. And yeah, there we go. And Professor Layton, so one of them crossover games with Professor Layton, and he has to work out that it was really the fake pilot fella who was behind it all the whole time. There you go. That was
quick. That was quick and swift. Mm-hmm. Well done,
buddy. The game that I would pitch would be Ross Kemp on gangs.
You
do know game where you play as Ross
he's
Kemp.
Presenting a game show now.
Is he? Oh yeah.
What game?
Yeah, it's called Bridge of Lies.
Oh yeah,
it's really good. Kath and I have said next time they go up for contestants, we should put a team together.
All right, fine.
Oslo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oslo.
Oh, Mark was on the chase the other day.
Yeah, wasn't he?
Our friend was on the chase on Friday.
I know it's bizarre because it just come up on my time hop that
you were
8-9 years ago I was down there filming my episode, and the person I had tea with in London was Mark when I went and filmed my episode of the chase. Okay. So yeah, that was bizarre.
He didn't win.
Did he not?
No.
Spoilers. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
He got caught.
Yeah.
Who was he? Who was he?
Jenny.
Jenny. I do. I'd like to go and do Beat the Chasers because I'd like to go up against Jenny because she's their nerd. She's their pop culture nerd and that.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. So what was that? So yeah, Paul, you've got your one.
I'll be
did you do yours?
What was that?
Yeah, you did yours, didn't you?
Ross
Kemp on gangs.
Yeah, Ross Kemp on gangs.
What kind of game would it be?
It would. That's the weird thing. It's like it would be presented so it looks like an action game, but when you get into it, it's like half visual novel and half like fucking like kind of like one of those dating simulators like Dream Daddy.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like that, but it's basically Ross like getting to know gang members,
Fair
so he
enough.
can complete his
Like a dating
document.
They don't kill him.
Yeah.
A dating sim for Ross Cam.
Yeah.
I've got another one. I'd like to see Border Force, but as a reskinned version of Papers, Please.
Yes.
There you go. Paul.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't beat that.
Fair dues. Is that? Okay, yeah. Right, I've got something in my magic bag. That's, yeah.
He got his penis out
Do
again.
you have nuts?
No, well, yes, I'm sorry. Yes,
Are they these nuts?
so a friend of mine got in touch with me about a month or so ago and said, I've got something for sale. If you
I
wanna
just
buy
saw
it.
a label. Is that what I think it is?
It might be. I've got something for sale if you want it. I need to make some room. So I said, okay. So I bought a 50-year-old Christian ethical role-playing game called Roller Roll.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought it was.
Okay.
So the aim of the game,
Roll a roll,
Yep.
a life-changing
So roll a roll.
I like the fact
experience.
it's from 1972, and basically what you're supposed to do is you have your character cubes. So this red one, so that has names such as person in wheelchair, blind person, little girl, middle-aged man,
But,
and young mother, and teenage boy.
For information, the thing on the front, it says, Roll a Roll, entertaining, enlightening, non-competitive, non-threatening, for ages 8 to 108. More information on underside.
The blue cube has elderly man, Red's brother, neighbor lady, Red's father, single girl, and Red's grandmother. And what you do is you take a card and it has a topic on there, and then you roll to see who you're going to be in the discussion, and then you do it. So,
Okay.
So, for example, this one that I've just pulled out here, let's do red can be person in wheelchair, blue can be Red's brother. So, blue is running for office and seeks Red's support. Red distrusts all politicians and feel that her vote will not bring any significant change. Blue starts. So you have to have a political fucking debate with a politician
You fucking
asking
tell me
person
off
in a
for this all the
wheelchair.
fucking time. What the hell?
No, well, I figured we're not going to do that because why do things from the 1970s? That would be an odd one. What we're going to do is we're going to ask the audience for suggestions. And then we're going to roll and see what we're going to do.
Okay, fair
I want to
enough.
go with wine this time.
You want to what?
I want to go with wine this time, not cheese.
You want to go blind? Okay. So who wants to?
Right, so you're on a mountain.
Who wants to play? Who wants to play?
I'll play.
Okay.
Of course I'm going to fucking play.
Okay. Do you want, okay. Do you want your Doug? Okay. Do you want to be red or blue?
Blue.
You can be blue and you can be red.
Okay.
Okay. So we need a suggestion from the audience.
Can I roll now?
A
Or shall I
scenario.
not?
Yet.
Okay.
Scenario. Come on.
Game host.
Building a wall. Okay.
A wall or the wall? Fucking hell.
No, let's just go with a wall. And oh god, I did try and avoid that. Fine, it's okay. So we're having a discussion about the border wall between the US and Mexico. Roll your cubes.
Said Canada.
Fucking hell, it's loud.
Single girl.
A blind person.
I'm a blind person, apparently.
Okay, so who's in favour of the wall? Who's not?
I don't know how it affects me. I can't see.
Well, we'll get to that. Who's
Right.
in favour? Who isn't? So a
Yeah.
single girl in favour and a blind person against.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
Begin. Wow, riveting.
How can you support the wall, you fucking slag?
But I'm single, and I need to work on this wall to get money so that I can go out and meet the man of my dreams.
You could meet the men who are working on the wall, couldn't you?
Yeah,
yeah,
but
the
they're all
builders.
there.
They're
Have you
trying
seen
to
them? They're all
groom you, you
they're all like
stupid fuck.
They're all sweaty in the Mexican sun, all
It's like a
glistening
Diet
and
Coke
beautiful.
advert, isn't
I
it?
thought we were next
Oh.
to Canada. I don't know.
No,
I
you
can't see.
Exactly. Look,
Eh?
First of all,
Eh?
you're facing the wrong way, which I think's just rude. There's nothing wrong with your ears. You know where I am. All right. So.
I'm not fucking Daredevil.
Oh, I wish I was fucking Daredevil.
I mean,
what if Daredevil was in
Because I am
Mexico?
a single girl. So I want to, I want to earn money.
how old are you, single girl?
I am 28 years old.
Right, so
So-
single woman.
Yes, but it says girl on
Yeah, no, I'm checking because, like, if you were
time's
like
ticking.
16 and you were going, I'm going to work on this wall so I can meet 40-year-olds, I'd have a few more concerns than just the fucking wall.
What if on the wall they
That's why I said
Braille,
28.
a message of friendship and hope in Braille on the wall?
I mean, that would be nice, but also, like, if the message is of friendship, why are they building a wall with no fucking doors?
How do you know there's no door?
They didn't
You
say
can't
doors.
see.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, there's loads of doors. It's just that they're really flush.
It's like an IKEA,
Yeah,
isn't it?
they're
Oh,
so
is it?
flush you won't be able to feel them. But trust me, there's like 4 that I can see from here.
Well, you seem
They're
like a
all automatic
trustworthy
doors, but they're
single
off.
girl.
They're all off at the moment, these automatic sliding doors.
Fair enough. All right.
There was one now.
I'm okay. You've convinced me. I'm in favour of the wall of doors.
And scene.
You'll have to take me through the door, though. I can't see it.
It's over here, this way.
Yes, walk this way.
Away from the fucking wall. Oh, for God's sake. Right.
We don't mention him
All me
here.
and you, we're doing the next one.
Oh, are we?
come on.
Okay,
We
awesome.
we need a scenario.
Right.
Anyone got a scenario?
Who's got a scenario?
They're building a second wall. No.
Perpendicular to the
The
first.
doors were a lie!
Eventually going to be boxing you in.
You're on a.
Kermit's buying Twitter. Okay. Who's in favour, who's against? Okay, so a little girl is in favour, and a single...
Hang on,
Do a different one,
We'll
yeah.
do a different one.
A neighbour
Neighbour
lady.
lady. I'm a lady.
Okay. Okay, and...
Have you heard? Kermit the Frog is buying Twitter.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Why does it sound terrible to you, neighbor lady?
Because Elon Musk has done such a good job of owning Twitter so far. So why
Oh,
should
she's
it,
one of those ladies.
why should it have been sold? Why should it be sold to a fucking Muppet?
He's not a Muppet, he's a frog. And he's a real person because I saw him riding a bicycle in a movie. And he worked for Mr. Scrooge at Christmas. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Would you like me to call the police?
But he hangs out with that fucking pig. And
Excuse me, neighbour
that-
lady,
and
you're
that-
swearing a lot. I'm 4 years old.
And that awful bear.
That's no way to talk about Elon Musk.
Fucking hell.
I mean, what the?
And now the kid's swearing. It's like we're in Newcastle or something.
What
Newcastle.
What makes
Newcastle.
Kermit think he can run Twitter? He's green and flails his arms.
Wow. Fucking going for the racism straight away.
Yes,
Jesus Christ.
I know you're elderly.
It's that kind of neighbour lady.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, you're one of those.
It was great. She allowed, when Elon ran, he allowed people to say the N-word. Like,
Did you notice I'm black and Jewish, by the way?
oh, fuck. I wish I hadn't. Jeez, fuck. No. This bit's over. This bit is fucking over. No more. Fuck this. This was a bad idea.
That's roll a roll.
Jesus fucking God.
Do you think we'll do this again?
No.
Yes.
I do. I certainly do.
Yeah. Except next time, maybe 2 less incendiary topics.
Well, I didn't pick them. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Blame the audience for that one. That's how we get
Well,
out
I
of
mean,
it.
to be fair, they,
Yeah, Kermit buys Twitter. Didn't have to go there.
yeah, it didn't have to go. I like
It didn't
Elon.
have to, but it did.
I like Elon. Like fucking.
There's an out of context clip. Thank
No!
you. And on that bombshell, we're going to leave the episode there. I'd like to thank Doug and Geek Retreat Warrington for having us. As always, we love coming to do the show.
Always
And,
welcome, guys.
Yeah, and absolutely, and we will hope to see you soon. We'll hope to see you. Oh, don't throw the cubes while I'm talking. We'll hope to see you sooner because we're going to be doing the quiz.
Yeah, we're going to try and get together and do
Get that
quiz
sorted.
nights as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a quiz.
With Mike, and if any of you others want to come as well, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get our heads together and sort out a date.
We will
real
fix that
soon.
date down, yeah. Should be hopefully before the next 50 Foot Nerd show, presumably, which should be on, I check my calendar, the 26th of March. There we go. Okay, so until then, don't forget you can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow us on all the social medias. We're on the YouTubes. You can buy our stuff from tinyurl.com/50foot store or join us on Patreon at patreon.com/50foot nerds. Until next time, then, I've been Pork McGubbins.
I'm a little girl.
I've been turned away at the door.
And Doug is Sasquatch's wife.
I'm Sasquatch's bitch from now on. Yeah,
Yes.
got it. Sorted.
You're a bitch for Sasquatch. Until next time, geek out, everyone. Oh, Jesus, where? Oh, fun times.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.